Hi, I'm Gary,
And I'm Kate.
and we like to play and we like to play Fall Guys.
We also like to chat with We also like to chat with No! We also like to chat with cool and interesting people.
So we thought, why not do balls? So we thought, why not do both at the same time? No, no, no. This is Talk Guys, Ultimate Chatting.
Hello.
Well, hello. How are you, Kate?
I am well. Welcome back.
Welcome
everybody.
back to
And
both
you.
of our audiences. Yeah, I'm good. Had a good. You said earlier, right before the show, that you've had a good week. You were on the front page.
Was on the front page of Twitch. Had like 9,000 viewers, which was great.
My goodness.
And then season 2 of Fall Guys came out.
Season 2.
I've been playing that all yesterday, and we're gonna play that all today.
So
I got
excited.
a Fall Guys tournament tomorrow.
Oh wow, you got it all going on.
Just doesn't stop.
And
How have you been?
Good. I'm very excited about season 2. I've been enjoying it. I've been learning the new levels, and today we're very lucky to be playing with two of the game's designers. Anthony Peppers and Ben Nizan are joining us here from live from the UK. From I would say Mediatonic HQ, but of course everyone's working from home. But Anthony and Ben, thank you so much for joining us on Talk Guys today.
Hello.
We got him.
In unison. Oh my God. Wonderful.
We got him. So this is exciting. We're gonna, we're still learning season 2, the new levels. We're excited to get into it, and we'll pick your brains a little bit as we play.
Awesome.
Can't wait.
All right,
Let's
lots
do
of fun.
it.
Let's head over here to the setup screen, our squad screen. All right, let's just make sure everyone knows who everyone is. Fall Guy 2122, the flaming boxer over here. Anthony, that's you, correct?
That's me.
I'm the purple wizard 1478. Ben, you are the Duchess, I believe, 1974.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah, in real life and in game.
And Kate, and since they have cruelly tricked you into buying the DLC, but there was no witch,
Devastated.
the one that you really wanted, that's coming. Guys, when is Kate going to get her witch?
I mean, it's October, which has a particular date in it, spooky date. So
All
you'll be a witch for Halloween. Let's
All right.
put it that way.
Okay, I love it. Very excited for the witching hour.
Halloween?
By Halloween. By Halloween.
Before
Off the top of my head.
Are things going to get spookier as we get closer to Halloween in Fall Guys?
there is quite a bit of spooks, I think.
Costume-wise or
ready.
level-wise?
Costume-wise, definitely. Level-wise, I don't know. I'm going to be surreptitious about that one.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Actually, I
read
don't
heavily
think
into
so.
that.
I don't think so.
So, for those who are not familiar with the premise of Talk Guys, we really just play Fall Guys with cool and interesting people. Like we said in the intro, we try to conduct some kind of interview. Obviously, we got two of the Fall Guys designers here with us today, so we'll have lots of questions about the game. When we had Joe and Oliver here on a previous episode, they gave us lots and lots of insider info. Hopefully, Anthony and Ben will too. I'm going to ready up. You want to get the show on the road?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
go.
Let's roll.
I gotta say, I do like the medieval music remix. on
Isn't
the
it
menu
amazing?
here. It's very good. You add a little bit of flute into a song, and you're great.
Yeah, when
Yeah.
it came through from our composer, I was like, yeah, drum and bass flute. I'm in.
That's all you need.
I should.
Also-
Sorry, Kate. Go ahead.
Just saying, I am thrilled that we finally get to see all of our fall chums drop
Yay.
together.
It's such a small thing, but I remember Kate, when we had Joe and Oliver on the show, I said, please do a squad drop. I want to drop with all my friends, and I'm so glad they added it. It's like a little thing,
Yeah.
but it makes me really happy.
And all like the serious players I've spoke to, they had the same reaction of like, I just want to see my friends drop together.
Yeah.
And it's the tiniest feature, but all of us were just thrilled to see
It's
it.
a small touch, but it makes a big difference. Thank you, all the Fall Guys devs, for adding that feature.
It was much requested. And
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And I should say, technically, we have 3 Fall Guys devs on Talk Guys today. Because, Kate, aren't you basically an honorary Fall Guys member of the dev team at this point, at least as far as social media is concerned?
As far as everyone in my DMs and my mentions is concerned, I am a developer, and Fall Guys is coming to Xbox whenever I push that button, I guess.
Anthony and Ben, have you both been on Fall Guys from the very beginning, or did you join along the way? Have you been with Fall Guys from the start?
So I've been sorry, Ben.
No, you go.
I've been on Fall Guys since pretty much day one. You could call me Joe's right-hand man.
You could.
Well, the hand of the king, perhaps. But, yes. Yeah, I've been on for basically 2 years ish. So from prototype to release.
What about you, Ben?
Yeah, about a year. So I joined kind of around the time Joe and Peps and the first crew got the prototypes together, and then I joined when we started production properly, I guess.
I asked because DoorDash was the first level, kind of proof of concept level that you ever built for this game. Isn't that correct?
That is right. Yes, that's what we put together to try and see, what happens when you. Oh no!
Oh no! Don't tell me you didn't make it.
It's okay. We do have a rule on the show that if we are in a squad and one person does not qualify on first round, we bail back to
We
the
will
lobby.
bail back. Who didn't make it?
Okay. It was me.
Oh my god!
We'll go back. We'll go back.
41st.
We'll go back. We leave no man behind on Talk Guys.
Oh, thank you.
We'll go
That's just
again.
warm up.
What do the both of you remember about the early days of this game's development? Were you both from the very early concepts and demos? We might have something here. Did you feel good about it from the early days?
Yeah, I mean, just the high level one line pitch of it's Takeshi's Castle with 100 players as it was then, and thinking about all those players and physics being involved. It felt like why. No one's done that before, and we were excited to see what it would be like.
Right.
One of you needs to ready up.
Yeah, it's Anthony. He's still spectating it.
He's still
I think he
spectating.
might have got stuck in the game. He's waiting to come back around. Oh,
All right, feature
yes.
request.
yeah. Actually,
Please let us bail out of
can
rounds.
we bail out of the game more quickly and easily, please? I think many of us would love that.
We too would love this, and
Yeah.
we know how much you want that. So yes, it's
Thank
on the
you.
list.
It's on the list. It's on the
Thank you.
roadmap.
It is on the list, yeah.
How many of the things that have been requested do you feel like you were able to get to for this season 2 update, and how many things had to remain for a later date?
I mean, there's a few things. Obviously, there's the party dropping on the loading screen, which is something that we're all really pleased with as well because it looks so cute. But there's randomizing your costume in the customizer as well. Was another
Which is
highlight.
very fun.
That was a requested feature.
Yeah, quite a lot of people because I guess there's two kinds of people. One who doesn't want to decide their own outfit, and the other people who've just got so much stuff they just want to see what they get right. Just roll the dice.
Here we go.
One of the
It's all
new
new.
levels.
So tell us
Night
about Night
Fever.
Fever, one of the big new levels that you've introduced here.
With the introduction of Thick Bonkus as well.
Thick Bonkers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us about this one.
Well, it's been credited as our hardest gauntlet yet. Although Peps, I know that you've rally against
Yeah,
that. You're not sure it's our hardest.
I take issue with that. I think there are harder gauntlets out there, and I think Seesaw for one is.
It's because he made Seesaw. That's why he doesn't like the title
A
being taken away from him.
wonderful
Yeah,
level.
exactly.
Do you think people
Underrated,
think this
people
one
hate
is
it.
harder just because it's newer and they haven't gotten the hang of it yet?
I think it's actually harder as well. I mean, one
It's
thing is,
definitely a
yes,
harder level.
it's got all of our new obstacles in, which obviously there's loads of new stuff in this with the axes and the spinning logs and Thick Bonkers as well.
Right.
It's also a little bit bigger than some of the other ones, I think, although it doesn't
shit.
necessarily seem it. There's lots more stuff that hits you in this level, I think, other than Whirligig, which is another one of Peps's ones. But I
Right.
mean, I fail it loads, so I think it's hard.
Who was the lead on this one? Who was like the main mastermind behind Night Fever?
This
That-
was Joseph.
Yes,
So-
Joseph Hewson.
Peps, you said that you did Whirligig and Seesaw, my favorite level in the game. Did you do any other ones?
Yeah, I did a few. I did Block Party, where the walls
shit.
come towards you. I also did Jump Club and Jump Showdown.
Oh, won my first crown on Jump Showdown.
Yeah. Well,
Wait, sorry. Who's responsible for Block Party? Who do I have a beef with?
Oh, Peps. Gary
what's
hates
your
Block
problem
Party.
with Block Party?
It's just the one that it's like my bogey round. It's just the one that I just seem to have the worst luck with. Easy qual, by the way.
Yeah, always in the last second. Of
Always in the
round.
last second, it gets me.
He will get eliminated.
Oh my god, I hate it so much.
Okay, so
all right.
jump Showdown, Jump Club,
Yeah.
Whirligig.
And also Fall Mountain as well, which is
Oh!
another one of the very first levels we
Great level.
took.
I mean, it's a classic, isn't it? I'm always happy to see Fall Mountain pop. It's just great. I love it.
And then
You
Ben,
guys
what
are-
are you? Yeah,
I was going to say, you guys asked earlier about what it was like to be at the company. Full Mountain was one of the ones we played. When I wasn't on the team, I remember everyone just screaming and having a good time with that. So, yeah, we knew we had a winner from then.
So Fall
Ben,
Mountain
what
was
are
one
you
of the first
responsible-
levels that you built as well. Sorry, Kate, I didn't mean to talk over you. My apologies.
No, I was just wondering what Ben was responsible for. We heard what.
Yeah, what do we
yell
have
at
to
Peps
blame you for?
But what are we mad at you for?
So none of the season 1 levels are mine, but in season 2, the new Hoopsy Legends and Wall Guys. Although
Oh
Wall
my
Guys was
God.
me and Peps together. But yeah, those are all the pulley block levels, I suppose.
So those are the two levels that I'm still most figuring out all the newness of.
So if I could just interject quickly with a petition to rename Hoopsy Legends, which doesn't rhyme like Hoopsy Daisy, and rename it to Hoopsy Heroes.
Ooh.
That is so much better.
It's
Kate
so much
already
better.
earning her paycheck as the latest member of the
I know,
Fall Guys
right?
development team.
Hoopsy Heroes sounds so much better than Hoopsy Legends.
Okay,
mean,
so-
it is-
It's got the alliteration and everything.
So here's another
Exactly.
new one. Here's Egg Siege, obviously the new version of Egg Scramble. Tell us about this one. What did you want to do with Egg Siege?
So Egg Siege, really, we looked at Egg Scramble, and it's kind of a classic Fall Guys level, and so we thought, how can we vary that concept in a way that is interesting, and is not just a like-for-like copy of Egg Scramble, and so we've got the new mechanic in this season of the drawbridges. We've also got this sort of it's a slightly larger arena than the original Egg Scramble. So really, it's kind of remixing and using the hazards and the mechanics for season 2 with the Egg Scramble kind of theme.
Who came up with the idea for the whole medieval milieu for the season 2?
It kind of grew out of Wall Guys, to be honest, because that level we'd been prototyping for quite a while, but the pulling blocks mechanic is tricky to pull off, but we managed to do it in the end. So we kind of held that back for season 2, and then the medieval stuff kind of grew around it, right? Because it's all about charging the castle walls and that kind of thing, and also medieval stuff's funny. So
True.
It is.
Is
And
it
also-
likely that each subsequent season will have its own vibe to it? Like, this one's medieval, who knows what you'll do next, but like they'll have a consistent theme.
yeah, actually, that is true, and I don't know what they're going to be yet, but they will have their own flavors.
I'm playing D back here in the red nest, and there's a lot of people trying to get this golden egg out of here. If anyone wants to,
Yeah,
God, someone just got it.
think-
Now we're going to struggle.
We've got to
Wait,
we've got to sort this out,
Well,
guys.
so
this
give
is
us
not going well.
give us some tips. Give us some Egg Siege tips. What's different in terms of strategy to this one from Egg Scramble?
Well, actually, you talked about it just now. Like defense on this version of Egg Scramble is really important because the nests are a lot bigger and
Nice.
Poor
there's more
yellow
of a
team.
focus on defending. Oh, we did it, yes, and we came first.
So do you think it's more important on that one to have players who are dedicated, like just on D all the time, like staying in the nest trying to protect it?
I think so, and this is the kind of thing. Like when we did early playtests of Egg Siege, that just naturally seemed to happen, and it became like a real theme of the level, and so we kind of lent into that. But yeah, compared to Egg Scramble, I would say it's more of a defense version.
I feel like we're getting
Heroes.
all the new we're getting all of them here. Look at this, Hoopsy,
Yeah.
this is Hoopsy Legends, or
This
Hoopsy
is a
Heroes.
fully-
Hoopsy
Ben
Heroes.
Nizan classic.
All right, okay, so Ben, give us the insight on Hoopsy Heroes.
So in Hoopsy Heroes, you need to score.
Like Kate's just got him calling it now. Kate's just got him calling it Hoopsy Heroes
It
now. Well
sounds
done.
better.
I'm going in the
canon,
CMS
it's
and changing it
canon
on
now.
Monday.
Yeah.
Yes. So
canon.
you need to score the hoops, but the gold ones are worth 5. So as you see, you only need 6 overall. So they are gonna get you the win, basically. They mostly spawn in the middle.
Oh heck.
So
Okay,
if you can
that's
get
good
your
to
way
know.
up the middle, then
shit yet.
you're gonna have the best. You're gonna have the best time, basically.
I've only qualified once out of this level so far. So obviously you're supposed to push these platforms around to get access to some of the hoops. But the worry is I push a platform over there, and then someone else comes along and says, "Oh, thank you very much. I'll take that," and then they gank my hoops.
Exactly what's happening right now.
Absolutely. But if you can team up with people to move yourself into the middle, because you always have to fall to the ground from the center, you can kind of share the points, because say there's 3 hoops, well, you can all then grab them. You don't necessarily have to be stealing. And the edges is for the stealers, I guess.
Is this... Yeah.
There's less people as it goes on as well, of course. So
good point.
You get more competition, but also you get more empty spaces. So keep an eye out for...
Like, I just gave that guy a hoop. I don't want to move anything because someone will just come along and steal it.
It's a real Russian roulette kind of situation.
Should I be sniping? Should I wait looking for people that are moving platforms around and go gank them? Like, maybe that's the way to do it.
Absolutely, you should be an opportunist, but for like both kinds. So either be an opportunist because you see someone who you can steal a hoop from, or be an opportunist because you see an empty space.
There's a gold hoop here that I desperately want. Oh, it's gone. It's gone.
I got it.
You got it. Well done. Well done.
You got the golden hoop.
I did. That was a good dive.
Is there a higher spawn rate of the golden hoops on this one by any chance?
There is, and they all spawn. They either spawn in the middle or in the really hard to reach places at the edge, kind of on purpose to make you move through a little bit.
I saw one yesterday that was actually completely unreachable, no matter where we.
So close to that golden hoop.
I don't know if we were expected to stack things on top of each other, or if it's even possible, but it was so high up that nobody could physically get to it. Is that on purpose?
No.
Okay.
Was it in the middle of the map, or was it around the edges?
Neither. It was. It was like middle of the, not middle of the circle, but middle between the middle and the outside. If that makes sense.
Those ones you should be able to run up the ramps, because if you run, you get a little bit of a.
No, it was.
Really high. Oh well.
Really high. I feel like maybe it was just a glitch.
That feels like a glitch, yeah.
But because it was only 1 gold spawning at any given time and it didn't leave, nobody got golds that entire round.
I'm definitely not going to qualify.
That must have taken ages.
It was a very long round, but it was actually quite fun because there was no.
I'm done. I'm done. It's going to take me a while to figure out how to play that one right.
It is tricky because it has that element of you need to kind of work with people, but then at the same time, you're all against each other, right?
In my defense, I did get robbed on a golden hoop by like a millisecond. That would have taken me through, but otherwise. Who's through? Is everyone else through?
I am through.
I am as well.
I didn't quite make it.
Okay, all right. At least it's not just me. So I'm curious, how much do you iterate when you build a new level from scratch? Because you don't do like public betas or anything, right? All your testing is internal. Like when you rolled this out, you only had like internal testing in terms of how well you thought it was going to play for an audience. Is that right?
We do a little bit of beta testing actually towards the end. So I think, was it last week we did it wasn't open, but it was like a kind of invited front runners, I think.
But like, for example, for the one that we just played for Hoopsy Heroes, I am just going to keep calling it that.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah,
no. How different is the one that shipped to like your initial plan for it?
So very different actually, because it originally started as a complete remix of Hoopsy Daisy, so it was a team game. But we knew that we then had Egg Siege come along, so then we had 2 team games, so we were like, well, we don't want to add 2 in with the season, so we wanted to trial the solo hoops, the solo scoring thing for our first round, which if people like, we might put in some more rounds in the future. But that obviously then changed the dynamic a lot, because before you're kind of setting up the blocks for other people. Or well, that was the intention, but actually no one works as a team. So it didn't really matter anyway. And then it was actually kind of more fun once you made it solo, because you can get those bits where you're
easy qual for red.
You're just being a thief, you know. Yeah. Ta-da! We did it.
We did.
But yeah, I mean the iteration of the actual space itself, a few things moved around. The original concept when it was a team game was that as you move the blocks around, you'll actually be blocking off areas. So it was originally called Hoops Blockade, but that wasn't fun. So we changed it so it's a bit more open, and the blocks became more about traversing through the space.
And how did you come up with, like, if you look at like everything that came out as part of season 2, like is it 5 new levels in total? 5 new rounds?
4.
So do you look at that like kind of holistically in terms of like what all? So obviously you look at what each new round adds to the game, but did you think about what the package of 4 as a whole will add to the overall mix?
Yeah, certainly that's a big consideration. Like we're seeing all the feedback on all the levels and what people like, what people don't like.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh no.
And yeah, trying to come up with a mix.
I'm fine. I just have to get over here. I have some issues with new Jump Showdown.
Yeah, so there was some consternation in my stream
start-
last night about this.
Why does it start fast and slow down?
So are we right in our assumption that, because it seemed like this when we played last night, the top speed for the Jump Showdown bar has slowed down? Is that correct?
It starts quick.
It starts quick, but I don't think the maximum speed is as high as it used to be.
Oh, I got grief.
Oh no.
This is news to me.
Yeah, we were looking into this today because I don't think that's meant to have happened.
Oh.
Yeah,
That could be a little bug there.
Yeah, we share the eyebrow raising of why is it doing that?
Okay,
Yeah.
because obviously it used to. We're all out, correct?
We're going again.
Yeah.
So it used to start slow and then slowly speed up as the round went on and build tension. But now it appears to be starting very quickly and then as the round goes on, slowing down.
I like that it starts more quickly.
I don't mind that, but it also seems a little counterintuitive.
Yeah,
how
no,
it's meant to be played.
Benny needs to ready up.
it's definitely supposed to be a ramp up of tension and a ramp up of difficulty. So there's something awry there. Something awry.
Speaking of something awry, I also notice that in DoorDash or Gatecrash, I can't remember which is which. Those are too similar. Well, the one with you're breaking through the doors.
DoorDash.
Yeah.
DoorDash. There was a lovely little tell at the end of that level to see which door was the final door.
I think they fixed it.
They did, and I'm really devastated about it. We used to be able we used to be able to pick the last 3 doors out and know which ones to go through. And
Look, we can fix the bugs or we can leave the bugs. You've got to pick a lane. Okay.
Can you?
A bunch of like the more competitive people that I play with who are kind of in the Mario speedrunner sort of world are actually quite upset because there are certain things that have been patched out that it was like, well, if we go here, we can like glitch over to here and then we can get to the front. And they were very cautious to not tell me too much, so I didn't accidentally tell you today and have it all patched out.
Well,
is this one going to pop? It may not.
No,
may
it's not.
Let's go back
to the lobby.
Okay.
That's cancer.
Can you so to that point, to Kate's point, can you speak generally about like some of the like things that aren't necessarily like at the top of the patch notes, but just little cleanups, little things like that you've done for season 2? Are there little changes that we may not even have noticed yet?
Probably one of the more visible ones is quite a few of the season 1 levels have had a lick of paint. So
yes,
some
this
of that
one specifically.
Slime Climb got a lick of paint for sure.
Yeah,
much
so
more contrasty.
So a lot of that was just in response to some of it was in response to feedback from the beta tests that didn't necessarily get in for launch, and then some of it is just improvements, and some of it is also part of when we were fixing bugs and things as well. Some of that involves cleaning up the artwork as we go. I don't have the small list of things off the top of my head, though. There are lots of bugs that have been fixed, and I don't know them all off the top of my head. Are there any big ones you know of, Peps?
I think I'm not sure if this is mentioned in the patch notes, but one thing, and this is important for like wall guys, but like the mantling, or what we call fall guys climbing onto objects or onto ledges, that's been like we've looked at how that feels and how it flows, and it was a bit sort of lengthy, the process of dragging yourself up onto a ledge, so we sort of nipped and tucked that a bit so it feels much better,
right?
Which
one of the nice things about that as well is you'll notice in wall guys, if you try to hang on to something, you'll eventually start sweating and then you'll fall off.
Interesting.
Which means we can at some point put more climbing into levels again, because we took it out of some of the early levels. I think you might have known the thing about Jinx, where people were just hanging for ages and no one could win, so we kind of took the climbing off as a kind of quick patch. But ideally you'd be able to climb around on that level, so we will look at putting the stuff back in, because now you can't do that infinite hanging.
Have we thought about maybe, and we being one of the devs, have we thought about maybe binding 2 different keys, like right trigger for grabbing people, left trigger for grabbing objects, because especially on Wall Guys, this is the first time I've really seen it come up, which is you're trying to jump for the object, you end up grabbing the person instead, and then it's, you know, all hell is breaking loose there.
We've generally, we did like in early prototypes, we actually had both triggers doing, like, you actually could grab with both arms individually, like your left and right arm.
Horrible.
But yeah, but we nixed that. But yeah, I think generally we wanted to keep the controls like super simple, so grab is grab rather than two forms of grab. But you know, as we introduce more levels which require climbing and grabbing, that's something we can look at.
So here we
We're on
are
Pep's level right now.
on Seesaw. Peps, you're up.
Now, yes.
Talk us through your diseased, you sick bastard.
I love this level.
Through your diseased imagination that led you to create this level.
I am a big proponent of humanity and chaos.
Maybe this
I
level
love
should have been
when-
called Humanity and Chaos.
Maybe. I just love when you get a bunch of humans together with avatars and you put them in a situation where they have to work together in the most frustrating way possible. It's always gold.
Mission.
And
I mean, mission accomplished.
I've had so much delightful feedback on this level. You would not believe my Twitter DMs have gone off the rails with abuse. But yeah.
Peps, who put the vertical ones in though? Because those are new.
This is
Who did
awful.
that?
Kate, didn't Pooh Bear specifically ask you to relay a message about these vertical ones?
It was not kind, so I don't want to relay it.
Believe me, if it's about Seesaw, I've heard it.
It's
But no,
specifically about this iteration with the
vertical ones, yeah.
Yeah.
well, I cannot take credit for the vertical ones because like we often pass, like the designers often pass levels between each other. Like for some of the remixes and the variations, I think Joseph was responsible for the vertical seesaws. So direct all abuse towards Joseph Jewson.
The creator of Big
we'll have to
Eater
get Joseph.
so.
We'll have to get Joseph on the show next.
No,
you should.
Seesaw is obviously a fairly, presumably kind of a simple level in concept. Was this one that was fairly realized out of the gate, or was it another one that went through a lot of iteration to get it working the way you want it to work?
This was actually, we prototyped Seesaw, or a version of Seesaw, really, really early, like in the really early days. And it was simply a case of, well, what's an interesting physics object where players affect it with their movement, and what happens when you put two players on that physics object. And so we tried that really early with just one Seesaw in a massive grey void. Right. Me and Joe. Oh my god, I'm eliminated.
Seriously? You went already? Oh my god.
I almost just got eliminated.
I was too. Whenever I talk about Seesaw, I get so animated and distracted that
that's Talk Guys in a nutshell.
Oh no.
And it had to happen on Slime Climb of all levels.
Of all levels.
Yeah.
So you started with a single Seesaw, you said.
Yes. So we started with a single Seesaw, and then we thought, okay, so we've got a Seesaw.
We got a Twinkie griefer up here.
How can we make Seesaws even more fun? And so we put two Seesaws adjacent to each other, and jumping between the Seesaws while trying to balance, while being aware of where the other players are, is completely frustrating, but in a really fun way.
And was the idea always built into the mix that the players on the Seesaw would be built into the physics of it? They wouldn't just be on an automated path, right? But like how many players on a Seesaw would affect if it stays up or down or whatever. That was always kind of fundamental to the design.
Yeah, that was like really, really important because it adds that nuance and that depth to what is really a very simple level because it's just a bunch of Seesaws that you run across. But the Seesaws themselves, they have to really react to the slightest player movement to make it crazy.
How do you feel about Seesaw being a team game, but everyone else is on yellow team?
Wait, so everyone's on yellow team,
and they're all against you?
Oh, against me personally?
Yeah. That's
Sure.
how Seesaw feels. It's totally a team game.
Pretty
You all
much.
have to cooperate, except everyone is on yellow, and they're all working against you.
That's a great description. I might add that to my Twitter bio. That's really.
I had a comment in my Twitch chat the other day. Someone said, "Seesaw's not so hard. Everyone, you just have to work together as a team." And I'm like, okay, that's like saying world peace isn't so hard. We all just have to get along.
I have never screamed so much about people not understanding basic physics as I have when playing Seesaw.
Drives me crazy.
See,
Like, I have screamed about it.
This is the other aspect of Seesaw that I really wanted. I wanted it to be a kind of learning tool for people who didn't understand physics, pure physics in its simplest sense. And I feel like we've taught many people.
There's just so many little beautiful moments of micro anxiety, like when you're on a really tilted one. It's like, please don't tipping point, please don't tilt all the way. But then of course it always does.
I have to remind myself that some of these players are actually 6 years old. And I need to, like,
it's no excuse, Kate.
I've called so many 6-year-olds dickheads in the last 2 months.
Oh god, no. Yeah, I was watching my niece, Lily. Shout out to Lily, 5 years old, play, and I was sort of coaching her through Seesaw, and I was trying to not get, too disapproving and to keep being encouraging.
Right.
She's only 5, but she qualified.
She's
good.
good. See, if a 5-year-old can qualify Seesaw, nobody has any excuse.
And the one nice thing I will say about Seesaw is on those rare occasions where you can get ahead of the pack and just run all the way across completely flat seesaws, that's
Wonderful.
the closest thing that I've ever come to what I imagine being on Class A drugs is like. It's such a great, it's such a wonderful experience when you can get ahead and just have that calm ocean of seesaws all to yourself. It's wonderful.
It does feel good.
That was a brilliant rock and roll, by the way.
Yeah, we played well there.
Yeah.
We're all still in, right? We got a full squad here still?
Good job,
No.
guys.
Oh.
We're missing one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who did we lose? I forgot. Someone.
It was me, Peps.
Sorry, Peps. Oh yeah, that's right. You went out early on Slime Climb. Bummer. Sorry. I do like that bold new color scheme on Slime Climb. That's nice.
It does
Hexagon?
really pop.
Jump Showdown.
Jump
Showdown.
I do want to talk to you about Hexagon when it comes up because a lot of folks have feelings about it.
This game provokes strong feelings.
Continue talking about Jump Showdown though. Thank you very much for changing the arrows to be pointing in the correct direction.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yep.
Neat.
I have a funny feeling that fixing the arrows to point in the right direction is what's caused the other problem.
Was breaking the rest of it.
You fix one thing and then it breaks something else. I don't know.
Other thing we noticed obviously is that the color change of the tiles. It's gone from purple to gold with crowns.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is something I'm not sure if everyone has noticed, but if you are not talking and you turn your audio up, when you're standing next to a tile that is falling, it has the most horrendous, moist, slimy sound. And it's devastating.
It's the sound of impending doom.
Yeah, and now that you've heard it, you won't be able to unhear it. It's disgusting.
The other question I have about Jump Showdown, I don't know if this was always there or if it's been a change on Season 2, but someone told me last night that if you can just hang on for long enough, eventually the game will just stop and all surviving players will get a crown. Do I have that correct?
I got a triple crown yesterday.
That is a very rare but possible circumstance.
Oh god, damn it, right on the edge!
Oh no!
I rolled off the edge!
Gary, I got a triple crown yesterday in this game.
Okay, so
everyone on my team got a crown.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't there for that, so I didn't know about it.
It's 5 minutes.
5 minutes. That's a long time in Jump Showdown.
Yeah. It used to in an early version. It did used to be infinite. It would just go faster and faster and faster.
This game,
so
it bends the rules of time and physics. Like the last 5 seconds of a tail tag game are like the longest 5 seconds of your life.
Yeah.
This is true.
Come on, Kate, you got this. You got this. You got this. 3 left. 3 left. First crown of the day coming right here.
Oh, yes.
Kate's got this. She's a Jump Showdown. She's ice in her veins when it comes to this game.
Grief.
How did that orc survive?
I feel like this dragon's coming for a grief.
He is. He waved at you. That's not a good sign.
No, he's gone. He's gone, though. All right. You got a platform all to yourself. It's you and Shrek. You got this.
Get out of my swamp.
Yeah, I'm quite certain that the top speed has been lowered, whether that's deliberate or not. Because it used to really get quick.
It starts out at its top speed.
Wait, so
now it's slowed.
So it's just at one consistent speed now?
I think I'm seeing this. Yeah, it is.
No. It starts out very quick, and since we have started the round, it has slowed down.
Okay, that's a thing.
All right, I'm writing this down on my notepad.
I have so many little things to bring up with you. I've played this so much. I played for 9 hours straight yesterday.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, Kate's
wow.
all in.
I'm telling you, this is the game that pays my rent.
Hello to Kate's chat, by the way. I am looking at Kate's chat as well as my own. I'm in both. And hello to my chat. I don't talk to my chat enough. I'm a very bad Twitch streamer. Bad Twitch
I don't
discipline.
talk to them during episodes.
Not during. Yeah,
They're not.
during this game, it's a fatal error.
Oh no, I talk to my chat during Fall Guys all the time. I just don't talk to them during recording the show. Oh, I'm out.
Oh
no.
Oh no, Kate! That's a very un-Kate-like thing to happen.
Oh, and he's got the Jack in the Box as well.
He has.
Just to
That's the
Right in.
that's the level 40 reward, right? You get that when you max out in season 1.
I think so. I'm so glad we did those jokes.
What you talked earlier
what
about?
Joke?
Oh, I got
what
the Shrek. Nice.
nice.
You just said I'm so glad we did those jokes. What jokes?
Oh, the end when you on the victory screen.
The victory
because
celebrations.
You
Yeah.
can customize your celebrations.
Oh,
Well,
I
that
thought
was
okay.
nice.
I thought you meant the
We're-
Jack in the Box was some like inside joke at Mediatonic or something.
No, just that,
Oh,
we,
right.
that we managed to add those at all because they're quite expensive to make. So I'm glad we
Yes,
managed to
they
get
are.
them
They're
through. The
fun.
designers were like, "It'll be fine," and then the artists were like, "It'll be fine," and the production, I think, we're on holiday, and then we just did them. So, yeah.
Snuck them in.
You mentioned earlier this squad drop animation being a much requested feature. What have been the most requested features that you've had from the community since you started the game?
Apart from
Yellow team.
I may get fired for this, but one of the it's a minor feature, but one thing was that you could sort of turn your full guy around on this same screen, like spin them around with
Okay.
the
Yes.
stick.
I've
And that
wanted
is something we've actually had in development, but
Oh,
so who knows? It may come
Scoopy,
back.
Scoopy.
Yeah, it'll live again. It will live again.
I will tweet
But-
this later.
So you can do little kind of
Oh,
like
God.
acrobatics in the air while you're dropping. That would be. I'd love that.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'm going to say nothing more about that actually, because I'm not sure I'll be
It's
turning up to work
fine.
on that.
Okay, actually, I do have to ask you a question. I want you to, if you can, to speak to one of the great mysteries of Talk Guys since we first done it. Kate will know what I'm talking about here. We played a game when we played with Oliver and
God.
Joe. She knows where I'm going.
Yeah.
I already know.
We played Fall Ball.
And Ben has already talked to me about this on Twitter this morning.
Okay, so let's get into it. We were playing Fall Ball with Oliver and Joe, and we asked about the golden egg and like what the spawn rate on it was, the golden ball. And Joe
I've seen
said,
this.
the thing about the golden ball, the golden egg, you never know. It just has a way of showing up right when it's needed. And exactly, literally, you can go back and watch the clip. Exactly, literally, right as he said that, a golden egg spawned, leading to much speculation, led basically by me and Kate, that he has some kind of golden egg button. And he made that happen. Can you please clean this up for us? What the hell is going on?
Okay, so the thing with the golden egg button is
So
that
there is a
there's
golden egg button.
The golden egg was our first piece of level variation.
Okay.
And now, of course, we've got loads more. So we have Big Eatus, and the levels can change and all that kind of stuff, which means that we have to have loads more buttons. But it's so powerful that we've had to make it as like an analog thing, so it looks like a big analog synth in the office, and we just have someone who operates it all the time. So I don't think Joe pressed it, but he would have texted the person in charge to press the button.
All
So
right.
Yeah, we
there is
actually
someone at Fall
employ-
Guys HQ.
Yeah, just
Which
plugging
is-
wires in like a switch
Like a-
controller.
I think it should look like a
There's
big
culture.
old-fashioned like lever that you have to throw. It
Yeah,
should be
yeah,
very
yeah.
dramatic when you do it.
Yeah, when Big Eater spins at someone on a wheel, actually, like spinning him round. Yeah.
I like this lore.
Oh.
I think this is great.
Yeah,
so
no, there's
glad
no
that
button. There's no button. It's completely random.
Okay, I have to. Speaking of lore, I have to tell you about my new Fall Guys mythology theory, the world building that I've been doing in my head.
Ooh.
Which, by the way, weeks ago you gave me crap for thinking any amount into this game. So I'm delighted to hear what you've come up
But
with.
now I have my version, which I like much better, of course.
So you get it now.
Kate, just, Ben, and if you're not aware, Kate is obsessed with like the mythology and the world building. Like, who are the beings? What is their anatomy?
Yeah.
What
Their anatomy
drives them?
keeps me up at night. I'm going to be perfectly honest. And Oliver tweeting all this crap is not helping me because I've already thought so much about it, and then seeing these like terrifying skeletons, and the fact that there's face plates with different faces underneath, and like they're 6 feet tall.
Oh.
And then we
I
talked
did not
to-
like that they're 6 feet tall.
I didn't like that. Doesn't sound right
don't
to
like
me.
that they're 6 feet tall.
Oliver's a law unto himself.
Oliver is tweeting for an audience of one at this point, I think, Kate.
And it's me.
Yeah.
And it's definitely me. And then also when we spoke to Joe, he was saying that they, in his mind, obviously he says they're 4 feet tall, but in the game they're 6. And they live in a different universe, and their only goal in life is to compete and be happy. And they do have feelings, but generally those feelings are happiness, even when they lose.
Yeah.
And it just like, it went on and on and on. And I am so attached to these beans.
Yeah. It's like the way he explained it was they don't have a life outside of this world. Like, because I'm looking at these rolling green pastures, I'm like, what's out there? And like the
Nothing.
beans
No,
don't
it's
know,
all
they don't
fake.
care.
Yeah, it's fake.
In my
Oh.
head, they're on a planet, right? It's being bombarded with all of the signals from our game shows. Because it's just TV signals going off into space, and they've just built their whole culture around like all of our crazy game shows. That's what I
Oh, interesting. Okay.
think. Yeah.
Because one of the
So-
one of the little cosmetic changes I noticed you added is that the cameras are more prominent now. When I played Seesaw the other night, like a drone camera
Yeah.
swung right by me.
That's the
Yeah,
Twitch.
we just-
That's people on Twitch.
I have noticed as well that obviously there's like this dome, like implied dome around where we are right now.
There is, you can see it. It's not implied.
Yes.
It's right there.
It does have a name. Would you like to know the name?
Yes.
Yes.
We call it the Blunderdome.
Well, there you go. The
And
blunder.
that's where they
What
that's
could be-
where the
what could be
Stumble
better?
Chums compete.
There's, we can get, we've all got theories about the lore, but one fact that you can stick your flag in, stick a fork in, is that the dome is called the Blunderdome.
That's canon.
Yeah.
And
make
that
of
is-
make of that what you will.
And that is where they compete.
Yeah.
Is the
They
Blunderdome.
compete inside the Blunderdome. But what is the Blunderdome? Is it real? Is it
So
all in someone's
so
head?
Kate's obsessed with the anatomy. What gets me is more the broader context. Like who's on the other side of those cameras? So for whom is this entertainment? Like who is this for? Well, who's watching these cameras? And I came up with this idea that it's not other beings. It's some superior species that created these beings to perform for their entertainment, genetically engineered to basically want to compete. Much like the animal that they serve up in the restaurant at the end of the universe, it's bred to want to be served and cooked and eaten. Here's where it gets dark, though. This is where my headcanon's taking me. That at some point, who knows, could be thousands of years ago, this superior species wiped themselves out in a catastrophic apocalyptic war. But the Blunderdome is fully automated, so there's no one left.
just kept going.
Like they're essentially performing for nobody. There's nobody watching anymore, and there hasn't been for thousands of years, but the beans just keep competing because it's all they know how to do.
But now we found them, right?
That is dark.
Gary,
Yeah,
is this you leaking that you've been writing a Fall Guys film?
That's what I would pitch if they were to come to me for the anime. Come on, we all know that the success track that this game is on, the animated movie, the animated series, those are all boxes just waiting to be checked. That's what I would pitch. Yeah, maybe it's a little dark for kids. I don't know.
I think it's like a cargo cult. They have the cameras, but they're not broadcasting to anything. They just think they should be there because they're in a game show, right? So there should be cameras.
But you don't think there's anyone? You don't think there's like in the in-game universe? You don't think there's an audience? You don't think anyone's watching those cameras?
Oh, it's us now, I guess.
I
Now we found
suppose.
them.
Huh.
Now they're happy.
My
Oh, yeah.
theory is
Why
that
is
they're all
Oh.
really small.
They're all really which?
They're all really small, and we're actually inside a brain, and they
Wow.
have to. We're connecting synapses in the brain by completing these rounds.
Oh
and
shit! That's like the most out there one I've heard yet.
Yeah. That's way more
like it.
terrifying than they're 6 feet tall.
I'm in.
It's
I'm
not
in.
canon, so that's not an official Mediatonic quote right there.
That's just you.
It's just me.
So they don't physically exist. This is just like it's more of a metaphysical thing that's happening.
It
Precisely.
is now. Yeah.
This is like an embodiment of a synapse of like someone. I don't know what the being is that we're inside, but we're inside a being who's imagining. We're not even imagining this; it's just happening. And yeah, that's as far as I've got.
Who's left?
I am.
Okay, me and
I'm
Kate.
out.
Me and Kate.
All right,
Into
so
the
I'm going to
final
call
round.
that this is going to be Hexagon.
If
I
it's
have
Hexagon,
feelings
Kate's got
about
it.
this.
And I definitely don't.
No. And here's the thing. I don't anymore.
Oh, really?
Because of
What
this
happened?
update. The update happened.
How has it changed?
It is so much more difficult now. I'll
I mean,
take
in
Fall
what way?
Mountain.
I know they changed it cosmetically. Did they actually change something practical about Hexagon?
The cosmetic thing has made it so much more difficult. And we'll
All right.
get to that when we get
let's
to
talk about it when it pops.
Hexagon.
Okay. All right, let's focus here.
But I have some thoughts and feelings.
I'm going right. Oh, immediate stumble out of the gate. Yes,
So,
crafty
Fall
music. No, sorry, yeah, go ahead. You said this is one of the first levels. Tell us about Fall Mountain as we play here.
Yeah, so this was the one that we took to a bunch of shows, like Gamescom and E3, and that people played. And this probably sold the concept of Fall Guys as a game show better than any other, just because get to the top of the
Oh my
mountain. grab the
God.
crown.
I'm
Oh my
getting
God.
so many balls in the face here. Kate might have a shot.
Come on, Kate.
Kate's looking very good.
Yeah, you've got it.
Yeah.
She get it? She got it? Well done, Kate.
Yeah. Nice.
Congratulations. I'm going to
Thank
update your
you.
crown counter to 78 right now. Let's do that. Let's see. 78 we go. First crown of the day.
Ben, we're gonna have to start doing better, Ben. We've got to
We are. I know.
getting. This is.
So you said this was, you think this was the, yeah, because this is probably like, if you had to show one level that showed what Fall Guys is, probably would be Fall Mountain, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely.
Especially early on when we're describing the concept to someone, say, and it's a very simple level. Just get to the top of the mountain and grab that iconic crown. So that's one level that's just stood the test of time.
It's a classic. It's a classic. All right, let's see. Is that first time up with Gate Crash? Tell us about Gate Crash.
Okay, so Gate Crash was designed by another of our designers, the talented Max Boyle, and he, so basically, do you want to talk about this, Ben?
I can, yes, because I was there for the prototyping phase. This just came from trying to think of alternate types of DoorDash, because we knew that one was really fun, and it was one of the first levels that we'd made. We thought that there must be other similar ideas, and yet his idea was for the sliding doors. Originally, they used to chomp down onto the floor and kind of squish you, but that wasn't quite as fun because you didn't get it was funny when you got squashed, but it's a bit more fun now because you get you trip over the top of them, right, and you get those little somersaults and things. So that's kind of was the big change for this, but the real winner is the slime ramp at the end, right? I think everyone likes sliding down that into those doors.
It's all about
spraying
timing
into them.
timing and pivoting to that final door, right?
Absolutely, but we did when he first made it, the slime didn't speed you up as you go down because, of course, computers don't do anything until you tell them to. And everyone was like, "It's not fun. It's not fun. You don't slide." And we were like, "Have faith. Once we get the code in that you can slide down, it will be really fun." And people just kept putting in the feedback forms like, "I don't like the slide. I keep falling over." It's like, "Have faith." And then we did, and now it's like the best level. So yeah.
I thought that was one of the more successful season 1 remixes that you did as well, because everyone basically had that door timing down, but when you added the new the staggered variation, that threw everyone off, and we had to kind of relearn the timing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was devastating.
We were so happy watching all the GIFs and videos of people failing at Gate
The thing
Crash.
is, I used to have every level down. I could go through it, not blindfolded, but I knew where to go, what to do. It is the iterations, the new variations have really hecked all that up, and then season 2 just made everything a lot worse. So actually having to pay attention now is so frustrating.
I think the thing with the randomizations is that was always the intention, and then of course everyone learnt the maps in their one iteration. So it is kind of painful. Then you have to relearn everything. One of the nice things we have now, though, in season 2 is our show selector. So currently we have the Gauntlets only round, which is just all of the races, but we can do anything with that, including the variation. So one of the things I've been thinking of.
What was the thinking behind that? Was that also something that the community asked for, the show selector?
Not directly, I guess, but what it means is that we can do events. So one of the things I've been thinking of potentially to solve the kind of speedrunning issue is that we could do one that's available for a weekend where there isn't necessarily the variation in some of the maps, so you can get back to that kind of learning what that event is over and over again, because I know that's a style of play that people do enjoy, that kind of we've removed of the variation for the the wider community. But now we have the show selector, we can do all kinds of things. So it really opens the door for us.
Do you guys have any like suggestions for show selector events? Like we've got gauntlets only, but
I mean, I'm sure you've heard it. I'm sure you've heard it a million times. I feel like probably the outstanding number one request, certainly from streamers, would be private servers and the ability to curate custom games and play with our friends. And...
100%.
Yeah, and I mean that also will kind of tack onto that in the future. Everything's a stepping stone, right? In games, you have one thing, it leads to another. So at the moment, it's like the show selector is that portal to doing crazy stuff. So for now, it's going to be more like different round pools and different stuff, variation and stuff. But then later, when we have, squads and private lobbies and all that, that will kind of hook into that system.
So I noticed that the show selector, the gauntlet playlist that you have right now, that's a limited time thing. Is the idea that when that timer expires, there'll be a different show variant available?
Yeah, and there might not be one immediately, so they won't necessarily be special ones all the time, and sometimes there might be more than one. And to start with, we're just experimenting with a couple of simple ones just to see what people like. But as Pep said, we're open to ideas. So
yeah, do you have any like?
I would love to see more races like Slime Climb. I think these are my favorite types of levels. And unrelated to that, but I would love to see.
We got Twinkie Griefers up here. Sorry.
Love to see tail tag go away.
Oh yeah.
I think the netcode on tail tag is not strong enough to support it being a fun.
Look at this mess up here. Are you seeing this bullshit
on
the
Twinkies?
The griefers. Yeah, I gotta wait for them to clear. I can't get because the slime's below us right now. They have to move. Look at these guys. They have to move. They need to move right now. Come on.
Oh no.
God damn it! I fucking hate those griefers.
Son of a gun.
Where do you two stand on griefing?
They were asking a question about
tail
tag.
Sorry.
Actually, it wasn't about tail tag. It was about slime climb. I was going to say with the tail tag, the gauntlets only mode doesn't have tail tag in. So there you go.
Ooh.
I mean that's nice.
That's one way to sidestep it.
Would you play an event that was slime climb back to back until there was one winner?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Even if it was maybe variations of slime climb that went on slightly longer, like maybe just make slime climb but a more endurance run and making it like twice the length or something like that, and then maybe have back-to-back slime climb until it everybody's eliminated, but have different cycle through the variations of slime climb but also lengths of slime climb. If you could build it out to be a longer level, I think that would be very much fun. And I have people screaming in my chat right now, yes, so much yes.
Well, the length of the level is sorry Kate, go on.
Just slime climb, but it's a never-ending staircase like Mario 64.
Slime marathon.
Yeah.
The making the scene bigger isn't as easy because there are all kinds of considerations for how much stuff is in a level for the network. Right. But certainly doing them back to back as a marathon is something that we can do with the show selector. So hey, I don't know, we'll see. I'm saying it now live, so
and
I don't get fired on Monday, maybe we can make it.
If you did the various variations of it and just had those back to back, that would be incredibly fun.
Cool. Well, we can. So
I feel like Slime Climb, because we talked about Fall Mountain earlier as being like the quintessential Fall Guys level. I feel like Slime Climb could qualify for that as well.
For sure.
Because it has a little bit of everything.
It does. And it's got the slapstick, it's got the chaos, it's got the tension as you get to the top. So yeah, totally.
I suppose the one thing with Slime Climb is it is also probably our hardest level in terms of like game skill.
I said that and Dr. Lupo laughed at me.
Yeah, I mean, that's Dr. Lupo.
I think because we obviously have all kinds of people playing the game, and there is a very large casual audience for the game who don't necessarily enjoy Slime Climb as much. But I mean, it's their game as well. But that's the nice thing we can do with these special events, right? Is those don't have to be for everyone. We can make ones that are super casual, or we can make ones that are more hardcore.
All right, blue team, we need some defense here.
I'm out. So.
Kate's doing egg delivery right now. I see. She's tossing them over there.
Trying to defend this.
Missed that last too. This song, by the way, slaps. This song is fantastic.
I do agree as well. Whether it's the netcode desync thing, there are definitely levels in this game that I love to hate, like Block Party. Tail tag is the only one that I just absolutely would just get rid of. I despise it because I always get my tail stolen at the last second or whatever, but I just hate that last 10 seconds. The one thing that I would say is I think you could easily shave 30 seconds off a tail tag. I don't think it needs to be 90 seconds long.
Do you want an exclusive?
Yes, please.
Oh.
It used to be longer than 90 seconds.
Oh my god.
Why?
I guess, well, because we tried it at, what's 90 plus 30? That would be 120 seconds. 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes. It was 2 minutes. Yeah, we started it at 2 minutes, and in our playtest in the studio, initially that felt fun, but then of course in the studio we're not playing over different networks.
Mhm.
As soon as we
Right.
started networking it, it kind of didn't feel as fun for that length of time. So yeah, we reduced the timer to 90. But
Maybe
it's a very I would say it's one of our most divisive levels.
Have you thought about or looked into ways of fixing the desync between people grabbing tails and having your tail taken and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. It's as you can assume, it's really tricky, which is why it's not been done yet. Like we know it's an issue, and like we kind of do hear it when people say get rid of those levels, but at the same time, some people do enjoy them, and when you don't get those network problems, they can be fun.
That's the thing. I think it would be a great level if it didn't have those issues.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be an ongoing thing to try and fix them, and potentially if it becomes not possible, we'll have to look at different things. It'd be a shame to get rid of them completely, but there might be some design solutions to them. But we know it's a problem, basically, which is also why there's not a new tag level in the season, for example.
Appreciated, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to remove the ones we have, right? But I think we also won't add any new ones until those problems are fixed.
I do think it's a real issue, but I also sometimes wonder with things like this how much confirmation bias plays a part. Like, you always remember the time when you get hard done by more than when it goes in your favor.
Yeah, definitely. I think when you succeed, you're like, well, I'm the best player in the world.
Right.
But then when someone else has the long hands, you're like, everything's wrong.
Yeah.
Something. Sorry, keep going.
No, that's fine. I was done.
I was going to say something I just realized is starting now. We're going to be running into lobbies with Twitch Rivals players.
Oh God.
Oh,
We're gonna be cannon fodder for Twitch Rivals.
Yeah, we got the esports about to start.
There's 2 esports tournaments, right? So they're gonna all the
we've
best
got-
people.
How do the two of you rate your own Fall Guys skills, and how much does working on the game and helping to design it give you an edge?
I just want to state for the record that I am better than Joe Walsh at Fall Guys.
Interesting.
So,
I mean, I don't know.
I remember Devolver came to our office to film a promo for Fall Guys, and we did a tournament in the office, and everyone expected lead designer Joe Walsh to win on Fall Mountain, but it didn't quite work out that way.
No, that is true.
Yes. Anyway, I would say I rate my skills. I would say I rate them highly, but the evidence is not bearing fruit this evening.
I am quoted in some article calling Joe Walsh incredibly toxic for griefing me on the final level on Jump Showdown.
He did. He did.
Okay.
Oh man.
And
I
so
expect
instead
a
of
bet
lead
from him.
designer, he is now lead griefer Joe Walsh.
I mean, that's fair.
Where do you two? Sorry, I asked this earlier, but I kind of jumped over another question. Where do the two of you stand on griefing?
I mean, it depends, right? I mean, there's a reason you can do it at all, which is obviously because we like the chaos that comes from it. I mean, yeah, there's some stuff that we have taken out. Well, in the betas we did anyway, and the grab used to be longer, and we've made that shorter because people could cause some real havoc with it.
Okay.
I think that jump in slime climb is personally I'm not a huge fan of, but I know it's a bit divisive because some people like it, and obviously we've not taken action immediately. But I mean, my personal view is I don't like that. Everything else I think is probably fine. Like people grabbing you and trying to push you off rollout and stuff, I think is just part of.
Oh yeah, I mean, rollout has become very grabby over the last few months that the game's been out. It's a grab fest.
While we were talking tail tag, I did forget to mention to both of you, Ben and Peps, tail tag cost me $5,000
Oh boy.
Oh dear.
Yeah, so pay up.
It is because of that round that I lost a tournament
I'm
and I
starting to
lost
understand.
5,000 United States dollars.
Was I there for that one, Kate? What was the context there?
If I had just qualified in tail tag, I would have had enough kudos to win Fall Mania.
Oh.
So, wouldn't you say though, Kate, that really the real $5,000
No.
was
The friends you made along the way. No, I don't think. I think Kate would much rather have the $5,000.
I would.
I mean, I would say like get Mediatonic to write you a check, but I think $5,000 is more money than all of the UK has at the moment. So I think that's
Maybe they'll add it on as a bonus, Kate, when you get your development team check.
Listen, I've got Oliver in my chat right now, and Oliver is saying Ben and Pep should pay half the money to me each personally. So I will accept
okay.
checks,
That's fine.
PayPal, money orders.
Didn't Oliver just get a new promotion? He was saying all about.
Oh,
on
yeah,
Twitter?
actually,
Maybe
Oliver-
he
Oliver
Community
Oliver
director.
probably
He's-
Community director must be making bank. So Oliver, I will.
Yeah,
well, you know what?
absolutely.
We'll do it
He'll
in
sort you
thirds. We'll do it in thirds. I'll get
pay
Joe in on
1,000,
it too.
Ben will pay
Yeah,
1,000, and Oliver could pay 3,000.
perfect.
Don't quote
Cool.
me on that.
You know what?
Right.
I just need 5 of you. So let's do $1,000 each, and then I'm fine, and I will no longer disparage your game.
Okay.
Seems like a fair deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sounds great.
Seems
Just
fair.
pay me
You're,
off.
you're getting off
Yeah.
easy.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
We're back
question
with
about-
Seesaw.
Question about Slime Climb. Is there a reason behind eliminating the counter at the top of Slime Climb?
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
Yes, yeah, there is. So there was more towards the beginning of the season, but then everyone got used to it. Was a little bit of confusion about what it meant, because we tried to keep the piece of information in the top right-hand corner, the thing that tells you when the level is going to end, and it was slightly misleading in Slime Climb because, of course, it ends when you go over the finish line, which is quite unique. Like all of the other levels, obviously, you need to get there before other people or before a timer. And it did cause some confusion initially, which is why we got rid of it. But then I appreciate it was so long between it being there and us removing it that people probably now are confused that it's gone.
Correct.
But that's the reason anyway. That's the kind of philosophy that we try to make sure that that piece of information, whatever it is telling you when it will end. And so the levels where it's completely up to you, we won't show anything.
So this is one of the Seesaw variants, Anthony. I think you talked about this briefly earlier. Were you obviously with the original level designer for Seesaw? Were you involved in the remixing, the variants?
The remixing largely was down to Joseph Jewson, but there were two versions of Seesaw in the early days, and the other version that was not released on launch day was very similar to the version you're playing right now, which is where the Seesaws go out wider,
Right.
on a sort of wider trajectory. There also used to be a version of Seesaw that had ramps in them before the Seesaws, so you go up the ramps and jump from the ramps onto the Seesaws. But that hasn't come back yet.
I'm struggling a little bit here.
But
That
can't you
sounds
just
horrifying
marvel?
with the ramp.
it was horrifying, but also beautiful.
Seesaw in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Can you
Wow.
do you foresee further remixing of existing levels? Like, could we see more Seesaw variants going forward?
I
I
think
got knocked out.
Definitely.
Like,
absolutely.
what would you
forwards,
like to see? What would you do?
Put thick bonkers over one of the Seesaws.
Oh my god!
I think.
That's rude. That's
Yeah.
rude.
Yeah.
Ben, that is
Sorry,
amazing.
not-
I'm putting that on the notebook right now. That's
Absolutely.
amazing.
I mean, that's the thing. With each season, we add new obstacles, right? And then that means we can scatter them back where they make sense throughout the old levels. Obviously, with the themes different, they might need slightly different artwork, which isn't necessarily so straightforward. But where it makes sense, we'll do it. Which is the nice thing as we keep building the new seasons. There's obviously more rounds, but then the rounds themselves keep getting more interesting, and it will all just feed back into itself. which
Gary,
is
it's your
exciting.
favourite round.
It's
yeah.
So
It is.
okay. So tell me about it. So who is most responsible for Block Party?
I am 200%.
Is it you?
It's
Oh my-
Peps. That's what he
okay.
said earlier.
All right.
Well, you know,
I must have
apart
blocked it
from
out
all-
because I block
You
partied
just
it out
couldn't hear
because
it.
I don't want to hear it.
No.
I hate this level so much. Maybe the way to deal with that is just to confront it. Peps, talk to me
Yeah.
about where did Block Party come from? Like what part of your fevered mind did it emerge from?
So I don't know if you ever saw clips of this Japanese game show where people have to sort of assume the shape of a hole in the wall as the wall comes towards you.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Takeshi's Castle.
No,
Not
it was a
in-
different thing. It was a
it was
very
dif- it was
specific thing.
different.
Oh,
It was
didn't they have a round in that though?
There may have been a version
well,
of that
maybe,
Takeshi's Castle.
but they.
Because I remember it vividly.
No, this was a more modern thing, and they actually did a US version of it. Okay, you know how, like in a cartoon, when someone
No,
like
I know exactly what you're
it's
describing.
like very specific cookie cutter shapes that you had to like put yourself in to get through the holes.
Yes, I know exactly what
Yes.
you're describing.
So is that was the inspiration for this?
That was the original inspiration, but it quickly dawned on me that Fall Guys, in terms of their limbs and the control you have over their limbs, you can't exactly replicate that on a one-to-one where they have to assume specific positions. So I made it very simple, just a bunch of walls coming towards some unwieldy Fall Guys that are hard to control. So yeah, on a small platform. But yeah, that was the initial inspiration for it.
Oh no!
Oh, Kate's in trouble.
No,
She's
I'm good.
recovering.
Oh no!
I'm
Oh
good.
no! Oh no!
Did we-
I'm out. I'm out.
Did we all make it? Ben,
I
did we
did.
all make it? Ben,
Who made it other than Kate?
I made it.
Okay.
Peps and me. Okay.
I've never
We
been
know you
eliminated.
made it.
from Block Party.
So you've never been a victim of your own
that-
sadism.
Never. I've
Okay.
never once. I've played Block Party at least like 2,000 times, and I've never once been eliminated.
Before it was patched, did you ever ride the bar out to Cheater Island?
No, I refuse to partake in such.
My friend Mike used to jump up on the sidewall on the regular before that got patched out. That was a popular exploit as well.
Yeah, that was a bit of a surprise seeing people.
Oh
do
look, the game that cost me $5,000.
Ah, it's
So
time for redemption.
do you accept no personal responsibility for that, Kate? It's all basically someone
No.
else's fault. Okay, just clarify.
It was desync. It was the netcode. I accept no responsibility for the netcode.
But
Well,
you're on
this
the,
is your chance.
as a member of the dev team, surely there's some responsibility falls on
I
you.
needed Joe to push the button, and he didn't push the button.
Yeah, he wasn't
so
there. He
I-
wasn't there with the button when you needed it.
I mean, you could have wrote better code, Kate.
I could have,
Yeah,
but you know
to be
what?
honest, kind of your fault.
Yeah, maybe pay yourself $5,000.
I'm trying desperately.
Okay, so when you two play tail tag, how do you approach this game? Do you have a strategy?
Get out of here!
Oh no!
My strategy is to run at players instead of away from them. because
Okay.
They just don't expect it. And then
Even
they
when you
can't
have a
see your
tail,
tail.
just run right at them. Okay.
just run right at them, like stare them right down, and they will not expect it.
I get the psych. I was like, wait, that guy can't have a tail. He's running right at me. But by the time he realizes it's too late.
Exactly. Psychology 101.
I think you have to flock next to people that also have tails. It's like when sheep flock
Yeah,
together, right?
again,
'cause
just
then
embrace the
The
chaos.
wolf might get any of you, right? But also, if you get caught, then you can just grab someone who's next to you. So I try to buddy up. Well, not buddy.
I think Kate's looking good. 2 seconds. She's got it.
Oh my god,
Nice.
Very tense.
I made it.
not good.
Your crown counter hasn't updated yet, Kate.
I know the button stopped working.
Okay.
There you go.
Are you the only one left, or do we have one of the devs still here?
I made it.
Me and-
Okay.
Yeah, me and Peps.
Peps and Kate.
Hexagon, I reckon.
Okay.
no.
Yeah, let's get
Good,
some
'cause I
hex
wanna
so we can talk about it.
Hexagon.
No,
Oh,
No, no.
it's the classic again. Is do final rounds pop completely randomly? Is there, or is it again just like you see what you want to see when you feel like hex is popping all the time?
There's a whole bunch of stuff behind the scenes that decides what's going to get picked. Pretty much, actually, for the final rounds, with the exception of the tail tag one Royal Fumble.
Yeah, that has a
which will
max
only
player
cut-
count, right?
Yeah, so that will only get picked if the count is really small, and it will get picked slightly more over the others, obviously, because it's there less of the time.
Right.
We would make it appear more often, but obviously there's the tail tag issue, so it appears, but not quite as often as usual.
Okay.
But otherwise, yeah, it's pretty much random between Showdown, Full Mountain.
Okay, it's in
and
pole position
Hexagon
here.
when they're available.
She's got it. She's got it.
No, I don't.
Ah, you got it.
I do.
Yep.
Was never in doubt. 79. Let's get that. Do the update.
What happens when we get to 80 crowns? Anything special?
No.
Oh.
No.
I'm just trying to get my Clutch Legend nameplate.
I feel like
no
they
matter
should
what
have given that to you.
No matter what anybody says, it's for me.
No doubt. No doubt.
Literally, my esports nickname is Kate E Clutch, which stands for Kate's Esports Clutch.
Mm-hmm. Well earned. I was there. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. You were out like in the semifinals and the finals, and you pulled it back in like the most nail-biting way possible. It was riveting television.
Came in second.
Yep.
I'm just gonna have Oliver confirm it, and then just be like, "See." So wait, I don't know if we even discussed this at the beginning of the show, but how many crowns do either one of you have?
I think we discussed it. I don't think we need to go over that.
We discussed it before the stream started. We didn't discuss it on air.
Oh, are we
Peps,
talking
how many
season?
crowns? How many crowns do you have, Peps?
Are we talking season 2 or season 1 or
Let's do
just
total.
All time.
all time? It's a number so unfathomably high that it is difficult for me to verbally confirm.
Just stop counting long ago.
Do you want to try?
It's
Give us a
definitely
ballpark.
It's in the triple figures, I would say.
All right. Well, that's good. I think triple
No,
figures
it's
is reasonable.
not. Okay, well, I've got 12, so...
See,
Yeah.
there you go. Nice and honest.
There you go.
straightforward.
Honest, humble,
I mean,
not trying to
You've
big
got
himself
three-
up.
if you've got 3 digits, Peps, do you do any work?
Um,
What are you doing all day?
I mean, doesn't this count as work? You're testing the game.
Is the triple
What an
digits?
easy.
Are the triple digits 0, 0, and 0?
That's oh.
I can only confirm that it's a triple digit number. I won't go any further.
All right. I think when Kate breaks
Because-
triple digits, it'll be a big deal. She's pretty close to that now.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I mean, Kate's a pro and she plays all day.
She's a legit
she's
pro.
Not a
Yeah.
triple figure, so.
I do.
I don't want to demoralize people, by
Oh no!
You know,
If you didn't want to demoralize people, you shouldn't have made this fucking game.
But also, thank you very much for making this game.
Yeah, in all seriousness, we said the same thing to Joe and Oliver as well. Thank you so much for this game. It really has been an absolute delight. We love it so much.
we are
it
glad.
is nice. It is also evil, though. I mean, it is that thing.
for
People
sure.
are like, this is the year we needed a nice game to shout at all the time. Yeah.
I mean, I have never received, in my entire adult life of living on my own, I've never received a noise complaint until this game was released. And so I have you to thank for that.
That's the biggest compliment we could ask for, really.
Yeah,
I
mate,
think
the last few months must have been like a real fun trip for you to see how much people have really responded to this game.
It's
mean-
been unreal.
Well, it has been, and unreal is the word, right? Because we've been at home, and
Yeah.
so it just seems to be this thing that's happening on Twitter. Do you know what I mean? It's like it doesn't feel real, like in the sense that we haven't seen each other.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer that you
been
haven't
to any
gotten to really like
events or-
celebrate as a team. You will, like once the world goes back to
Yeah,
normal,
yeah,
you'll
yeah,
have a big
totally.
thing, I'm sure.
And do you
Yeah,
do you keep an eye on Twitter of everything that people are talking about and how it's going?
I barely look at Twitter.
Smart man.
Okay, that's a lie.
famously don't care about your Twitter, do you?
I don't. I look at Twitter every day. My follow account has tripled since Fall Guys was released, and that has been the biggest victory for me.
But
Sorry,
do you keep an eye on like Reddit? Do you keep an eye on any YouTube videos that people are putting out and getting excited about, or?
Definitely, and the thing is, like, we're all on Slack all day anyway, sort of
Right.
ostensibly doing work. But whenever someone finds something funny, we'll share it, and then everyone will have seen it, and then that links to something else. So we're all checking it, and then the funny stuff and the important stuff we'll kind of share with each other. I think Twitter, I was reading a lot more, but now the responses to everything just seem to be memes that I'm just too old to understand. So I did. Yeah, it's just indecipherable to me now. But everyone looks like they're having fun, so
Yeah,
that's fine.
Dizzy Heights is up, and it's my least favorite variant.
this is Hit Parade.
Oh, sorry, Hit Parade.
Is it still your least favorite variant?
I said I managed to fail to qualify on the first round Dizzy Heights 3 times in a row last night, and I've got Dizzy
Well,
Heights
that's
on the brain.
embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, tell me about it. I can't believe I
Oh, no.
admitted that.
This is actually my favorite variant of this because it's so easy to get through these.
I get batted around a lot on these.
Oh, the little jumpy things.
Got to time the bars.
You gotta learn to time the bars. See, I'm getting batted around already over here. Oh my god.
Oh no. I don't think I've actually played this variant.
Yeah, the turntables kind of drive me a little bit nutty.
Have you spent much time actually playing the game since it came out, or have you spent more time working on the game?
It's changed. So when it first came out, it was like all the time because it was really exciting, and then we realised we had to carry on making it. So then, so then I haven't had much time to play it. How about you, Peps?
No, in the early days I played it a lot, but yeah, like all the sort of positive response to the game has come hand in hand with all the ways in which we want to improve it and make it even better and keep it going. So yeah, it's been a whirlwind couple of months, both work-wise and yeah, like the whole what you said earlier, Gary, about us not being able to get together and celebrate as a team. That's something we're very conscious of, and we're trying. We've done sort of like virtual meetups and socials, but yeah, it's a shame that we as like a whole, and it's a big team that's worked on the game. It's a shame that we can't all get together and really celebrate. But there you go.
It's only a matter of time.
Do you both of you personally have any features that you want to see come to the game in the coming months?
Yeah, I have a big one that I've been working on, which is obviously we've made a few accessibility improvements already. So we've done the ability for people to rebind more controls and to rebind to their mice for people that need custom controllers. And one of the big accessibility things is for more colorblind assist. And I'm actually colorblind, so I really want them.
Oh, interesting.
I'm also responsible for writing the specs, but there's just so much stuff and new stuff and stuff we have to fix that there's not enough time in the day.
So I'm curious,
the big thing that I want to
on that specific issue, is that something you have to be more conscious of when you have a game that is as vibrantly colorful as this one?
Well, the vibrant colors in a weird way help because there's lots of contrast. So there are loads of different types of color blindness, and generally speaking, and it's different for everyone, but the more contrast there is, then the more likely is you'll be able to distinguish things from each other, because it doesn't necessarily mean that you can't see the colors. It's just that they might not look the same to you as they do to someone who's got normal vision, but you'll be able to tell them apart. The biggest thing for our game, of course, is the team rounds. That's where it really matters because you need to know who's on your team. And for me personally, the only team round we did make a conscious effort that the colors that we have picked for the majority of people, and even people with mild types of color blindness, that they'll work. But the fourth team color in Team Tail Tag, I cannot tell the difference between the green and the yellow. And I'm sure that is the problem for a lot of people, and we really want to get some stuff into fix. So,
that's the only time green team ever shows up, isn't it? Team Tail Tag.
Yeah, it is. And it's because it's an earlier round, so you don't want to get rid of a third of people on round 2, right? So that's why the fourth team is there. Which is also, I guess, one of the reasons why it's not necessarily been prioritized as highly, but it's something that we are working on. So there you go.
Where is sorry, Kate, go ahead, Kate.
I'm just saying, I find the colorblind and accessibility options fantastic. Obviously, we love to see that. But on that topic of colorblindness, that's why I'm really confused with new Hexagon, because I am not colorblind and I have a terrible time seeing the differentiation between the levels having 3 slight variations of yellow and then 3 slight variations of blue, and I have a really difficult time seeing it. So that's why when you brought that up, I was a little confused, because it seems like it's the lack of contrast between each level is so much more difficult now.
Yeah, I've seen those comments that have been coming through as well from lots of people, and I think there might be a Goldilocks zone, because the thing that we were trying to fix with that was originally, because all the colors were completely different, it was difficult to know which layer you were on, and that was a piece of feedback we were getting a lot, was like when you have fallen 2 or 3 layers and just not necessarily having a sense of where you were. So the idea of having that gradient of colors was to give you a better idea of how far down the stack you were. But of course, if people are having issues with the contrast, then potentially push that too far in that direction. So people keep feeding it back to us, and we're always listening, as you know. So
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll see it We've got 8 qualified, so maybe we'll
Ooh.
see it come
maybe.
up now. I do like the different textures and like everything. The matte versus the shiny, it looks really nice, and the new animation on Hex is also very nice. But I have the same kind of feeling with Tiptoe, actually, of I feel that the tiles on Tiptoe, when they are lit up, it's so much more difficult to see as opposed to how it was before. I think the new, again, the patterns and the colors are great, but the contrast is much more difficult.
Hey, I've got one for your notepad. I just noticed.
Go for it.
The preview image for Jump Showdown needs to be updated to reflect the new aesthetic.
Ooh.
Yes,
Oh,
that is.
I've got
I'm
one for you then as
literally
well.
writing that
The preview image for Slime Climb has the balls that fall down in a stone pattern rather than the purple that is actually on there.
There we go. That's old,
yes.
old beta
Yeah,
screenshot.
I don't think Ben and Anthony imagined that we'd just be giving them a shitload more work to do when they agreed to come on the show.
But the thing
Oh,
is, I've
it's not
spent
us.
no, you're just writing it down to put in Slack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I'll
I've
get
spent
someone else on that
hundreds
right
of
away.
hours. I've spent hundreds of hours playing this game, and I have I'm very detail oriented. So when I see these things happening, I'm like, I gotta say something.
The thing with most of those things, and actually the screenshots as well, is we do know it's just even small things take time to do.
Of course, of course.
One of the crazy things with Fall Guys, of course, is that we knew it was going to be popular, but we didn't know it was going to be this popular. And of course, there are huge expectations for the game, which are all completely valid. But we're still a relatively small team, and we're growing. But you can't magic people out of thin air, particularly in a pandemic. So
no. Also, we don't want you to think that we've just invited you on the show to harass you about issues and bugs that we have. We do genuinely enjoy.
We love this game.
And to
But the
demand
positives-
$5,000.
I need $5,000.
I mean, is that the other edge of the sword with a game that skyrocketed to success so quickly? Like, I mean, obviously there were server issues, and suddenly there's so many people playing it. There's a massive list of things that people are asking for, clamoring for. Was that kind of the less fun part of the game being so successful? Kind of giving you a massive list of things that you had to very quickly catch up on?
I mean, I guess so, but it's nice to have a list, right?
It was unexpected. It took us all by surprise at just how popular Fall Guys became in a very, 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 very short space of time. And so, when you've got all those extra eyes on it that you didn't expect, there's all those opinions and all that feedback. Yeah, it's kind of it was a kind of shock to the system, but in a nice way. It's a good problem to have.
Definitely a good problem, yeah, for sure.
How much can the two of you just sit back and relax and just enjoy playing this game as a player, or is it like by the end of the day, like playing Fall Guys is the last thing you want to do? Like where does that sit for you? You got griefed! Oh my god, that motherfucking scout!
He grabbed me a couple times.
He got you good.
We have to remember we are in Twitch. We're in Twitch Rivals time right now.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Oh, then maybe that's what it is. Yes, I mean, can you just sit back and just enjoy playing the game like another player, or are you always like seeing the Matrix when you play this game?
Personally, I can still sit back and enjoy, because
Oh, I got a crown.
you can kind of tune out from, well, I've been working on this game all day, now I'm playing it for fun. But yeah, it just speaks to the accessibility of the game, I guess, that you can just kind of, I almost feel relaxed when I play it, even when I play Seesaw or Slime Climb. I'm just like in a zen state.
Right.
How about you, Ben?
Yeah, I mean, everyone enjoys the things they make, of course, but that was one of the things in the betas and coming towards launch. Like, we were all playing it, and we were like, this is fun. We're actually enjoying playing this game, even though we spent all day making it, which was kind of a sign, but you'd never know if that's bias, right? And then I think that's when it launched, and then everyone loved it. We were like, oh, right, yeah, that makes sense, because we like playing this too. Yeah, I can relax playing the game for sure.
What do you feel is the most requested feature that you haven't yet gotten to, but you feel like you really should at some point?
Ooh.
Peps.
I think basically opening up options and like different controls to like Twitch streamers, like the sort of streaming community, and all the sort of having like the private lobbies and that sort of thing. That's been pretty high on the list of things that people have asked for, and that's something I personally would love to see in the game.
I would also very much like to see that.
Is
As a
it would
full-time
be-
Twitch streamer.
absolutely is crossplay on the to-do list somewhere? Always people asking for it in the chat. Always people asking for it in the chat. I'm asking for them, for the people.
Yeah.
No one's ever asked us about crossplay before. I don't understand.
I don't even know what it is.
Hey, coming to Xbox?
It's an Xbox.
So the political official line is, yeah, we'd love to see Fall Guys on as many platforms as possible, and we'd love to make that happen.
What was Joe's thing? He just kept repeating at some point. He just kind of went into
he
like,
said, maybe one day.
oh yeah, maybe one day or something. Yeah.
I mean,
think
the
my
reason it's
answer
not
is just
oh,
Joe Walsh. That's my
Joe
answer.
Walsh.
Joe Walsh.
Joe Walsh.
Refer all the questions to Joe.
Yeah,
Maybe
tweet
one day.
Joe.
Yes. Maybe
it's
one
not,
day.
It's
We'd
not
love
in
to.
for a reason, right? I mean, we know it's a good idea. It's just, it's tricky.
Right. But it's like we were joking earlier, like you would say, oh yeah, oh my god, yeah, we should put it on the Xbox. Why didn't we think about it?
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah,
I
you're a
never
genius.
thought
Do you
about
wanna-
putting
you
this
wanna-
on the Nintendo
You want to
Switch.
come join the
Huh.
Mediatonic team with out of the box ideas like that one?
We
Listen,
are actually
I still,
hiring, so if anyone wants a job, go onto our website, please come.
Yeah,
and
have
join
you
us.
been on a bit
Okay.
of a hiring? So that's the thing. We
We're
talked about
looking
the
for a senior level designer.
we talked about the success of the game catching you by surprise. It seems like it has led to a bit of a hiring spree over there. I see a lot of job openings.
Yeah, definitely. We need more people. Please help us.
Yeah. We are hiring like a good analogy for hiring. It's just it's crazy.
okay,
We
my
need- we
resume
need people.
is Hoopsy
You should
Heroes.
get Kate in on it. Hoopsy Heroes. I mean, that's her
That's my
application
resume.
right there. Yeah.
Come on.
You can
It's a good
genuinely help with naming the rounds because we're terrible. So
Oh, I would okay, I'm not even kidding.
That would be
if
a-
you ever need help naming rounds, I am your person. Just like DM me on Twitter, on Discord, anytime.
That would
I
be a
love
dream
that kind
job.
Of stuff.
all right, I'm genuinely going to do that.
Please. I'm not even kidding. Like I would love to help.
That would
I'm
be
also
a,
genuinely going to change. Well, I'm going to try and change it to Hoopsy Heroes because that is
Yes.
objectively
Yes.
better.
It's a better name.
Yeah. I mean, I have to get it past people, but I'm sure they.
okay. If that does actually
fine.
happen, that needs to become the new #1 line on your Twitter bio. Namer of renamer of Hoopsy Heroes. So okay, so Jinxed obviously pops quite infrequently, right? Because you have to have 40 to do it. Is that right? It's only ever 40. Will it pop at like 38 or something?
Don't think it can come at 38. So it's a little weird because the rounds have got like the minimum and maximum people. You'll have noticed, like obviously they won't go over certain sizes. You're not going to get full mount in when there's 50 people.
Right.
But the other thing with team games is now they have to be even sized teams. You'll know before. They
Yes,
used
I'm
to be
so
that.
glad you fixed that. That actually was my #1 thing before the patch.
So, but then the flip side to that
God
is
damn
it just
it.
means you're going to get them more infrequently because of the way the numbers work. One of the things I would like to look at is slightly changing our systems. That's not always the case. But also, I know Jinx is one of the tag games, so we're not in a massive rush to make there be more of it.
Can I just also say a shout out to your composers? I love the music in this game, and I really like the new team game
Yes.
music that plays here.
And the
really
medieval
good.
remixes are just very good.
Yeah, just enough, just different enough to give it a new vibe. I love it.
Isn't the main
Shout
theme
out.
amazing?
Speaking
Shout
of the
out to
medieval
Jukio.
stuff- Oh yeah, and also you can get the
Got it.
soundtrack on Spotify if you want to listen to it, not in the game. The medieval stuff. So obviously we have the 4 new rounds, we have the new outfits and stuff. Was there a conscious decision of not reskinning the current levels we have to be medieval themed?
Yeah, I mean, see above. We need more people.
Yeah, okay,
I mean, it
that's
just
fair.
takes time, right?
Yeah,
to
yeah.
reskin things. But also on the other side of that, the whole cast your mind to a year in the future when we've had multiple seasons, all of different cool themes. Then the idea is that when you roll the dice, your episode will have. I don't know. I'm making these up off the top of my head based on the Crystal Maze, but you're going to have industrial levels and Aztec levels and
Right.
medieval levels.
Wild
but
West.
that's the idea,
Yeah,
right?
I mean you can imagine all the different themes.
Yeah, because I know we've discussed it with Joe, and he was like, we want to have 100 levels or something, and just keep adding every single season and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I know that I've heard some murmurings of not disappointment, but maybe in that vein of just wishing that these sort of levels in the medieval season would have had some sort of medieval skin to it. But obviously, if the you're hurting for designers at the moment.
Yeah.
then
The practical answer is that we could do that, but then you'll have less new levels because
Right.
there'll be less people to make them.
Right.
But then the more sentimental, I guess, is that the right word? Is at the moment it maybe feels weird because there's 25 in the classics, in the classic style, and 4 in the medieval. That in however many months when the classic ones are outnumbered by the themed ones, it will probably feel less weird. At least I think so, or I hope so.
Yeah, that makes sense. As the as the game continues to evolve and expand through subsequent seasons, do you imagine that the base level of of the pool of games that can pop will just grow and grow and grow, or can you imagine at some point you might start to swap some out or retire them? Do you have any thinking there?
I think, yeah, as the pool expands, it gives us more freedom to sort of be pickier to an extent. But the strength is in the variety, and so it would be a long time before we ever got to that stage, I think.
But I like the idea of having how the McRib, the McRib's awful, right? But people like it because it's only available for a limited time. So you could have a level that's like the McRib. It's the jump showdown is back for a limited time, and people are excited to play.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, that's a great marketing ploy.
I should qualify that saying I personally would be excited if the McRib was all year round, but I understand why it's not.
That's also one of the things we can do with the show selector that we talked about earlier. So, for example, in a year's time, we might do a medieval Renaissance thing where it's remember the medieval season, and then it's let's just play those levels, things like that. Which is the cool power of that feature. Now that exists, we can do all those kinds of things.
Give me a golden egg for God's
or
sake.
just you could have tail tag infinite, where it's just back-to-back tail
No,
tags.
absolutely not.
As Kate knows, though, I have said it many times, I would just play 4-ball all day long. I love 4-ball. It's my favorite game.
We've literally talked about, should we have an event where it's just a weekend, a full ball weekend extravaganza?
I think that's
for the World Cup, whenever the World Cup is happening next.
Oh yeah, nice idea.
For whatever it's worth, you've got my vote. I would 100%
hire
support
me.
that. Yeah.
I'm great at this stuff. I don't even need the job. I just want to participate.
She just wants to help.
I just want to make cool stuff. Look at this. Now we just go on. Oh, see? Look, I've just got a job for Mediatonic. Now we just
genuinely, we do have roles open.
I feel like it's all coming together right here on the screen.
I'm moving to the UK next year. If I can work remote from Canada, it's all coming together.
Well, we're all remote at the moment, aren't we? So,
exactly. There we go. We'll talk after the show.
There you go.
Joe will be like, "What
are you doing?
What are you doing?"
I wonder if Joe's watching right now.
The only reason why Joe would object is because he wanted to hire himself. It's you're not getting credit for hiring Kate. I should take credit for that.
Oh, get out of here, Red.
God damn it.
Absolutely not.
This guy guarding give me that gold egg. Just give it to me.
Is there a chance that we can actually have the gold eggs look like gold and not, in the words of another Fall Guys player, not me, dehydrated urine?
We were definitely when we storyboarded it. We were going for, let's make it look like dehydrated urine because that's the vibe.
They just look kind of like radioactive, like luminous to me, like glow in the dark eggs.
Yeah. Because I know you can do the gold texturing. We've seen it on the final rounds. Is there any chance of skinning these eggs in gold?
I don't know. Artists who are listening? Is there any chance?
I'm gonna put that on the magic notebook.
Let's get some ray tracing in here and really make those eggs glimmer and shine.
I feel so bad. We're just hey, change this. Hey, this is a mistake.
Change that.
Are we all through?
It's all being said from.
No, I'm out.
All right.
Here we go. Let's have the conversation.
Who's on? I'm on Hexagon.
I am also.
Too similar.
I'm here. I won't be here for long, but I'm here.
Yeah, it's
I don't know how other people play, but I play where I'm looking down at the next level to see where I should be going, right? And when I look down at this, I see yellow, yellow, and yellow, and I'm not quite sure where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah, that makes sense. It is kind of befuddling.
Can you speak to what the thinking was behind this cosmetic change?
Yeah, so I guess it's for the people that play the other way around, right? So if you're not looking directly down, because the colours had no progression to them at all, you had the same problem, but from a different perspective. So you wouldn't know, if you don't remember what order the colours are in, you didn't necessarily know where they are. So now that they have the progression to them, you have more of an idea of where you are. But you're totally right. If you're looking down, then you have that issue. So there probably is a sweet spot between the two, I think, where we can still do the progression, but we can get more contrast between the layers.
Even if it was just a matter of alternating the colors, so it's not just a sea of blue and then a sea of yellow or whatever. I personally feel, and this is also coming from feedback from some professional players.
Yeah, we've seen the feedback on Reddit as well. Yeah. How are they doing? Are they winning?
I have no idea. After the show is done, I'm going to be going and cheering them on. So I've got like 10 people I know who are competing right now.
Fall Guys is everywhere.
One thing that I would not envy you as game designers is trying to find that balance between I'm in the slime between pleasing the pro players and the esports players who want you to make it more challenging, and everyone else who's not looking for the most challenging experience. Like, how do you find that balance?
I mean, I don't know about you, Peps, but I don't think we expected to have an esports scene.
Well, you got one.
So, yeah, there's that. But yeah, no, it is tricky because, of course, we owe a lot to the streamers.
We do.
You know,
yes, it's true.
Hugely. So we want to keep everyone happy. But that's also why, yeah, the more modes like private lobbies and things coming in the future, and then currently like the show selector, we can do that thing where we can have the more hardcore, more casual stuff. We can start to cater to different audiences. Well, previously, where there was just one game, right, that had to work for everyone. So we have that room to maneuver now.
Petition to change yellow team to purple team.
Might start causing problems with aforementioned colour blindness, but when we get the assist in, then maybe we can do that.
Yeah, there you go.
We might. I was thinking we might change yellow to mustard team, and then it'll be fine.
Is it just me and Kate left?
There's one other one. I'm up on blue still.
Kate's looking very strong right now.
Well, I'm screwed.
But I see how much
Here I go.
this other player has.
It's the orc from earlier.
Just making her way over it. Yeah, she's got it. Now the question is, what's down here? Okay, she's got some space.
You're fine.
That orc is going to run out of space before you do, Kate. I think you're good.
They better.
So
they've only got like that tiny little cluster left. You've got it. You've got it. Yeah, I'm going to start updating the crown counter now.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yay!
Nice. Well done. And that takes you to 80.
Who designed Hex? Because I do really like that level. It's very good.
So that was Meg Ralph. She is responsible for Hexagon, isn't that
Meg,
right?
you've crushed it.
We got to have her on the show.
Yeah.
You do. She's our lead level designer, so she'll be able to tell you all the secrets.
Let's get her on.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah,
and Joseph, I guess.
Yeah,
just start cycling through Mediatonic. Like, just whoever wants to come on, we're happy to have them. I think these are some of my favorite shows that we do too, because we learn so much
really informative.
We learn so much about the game and where it came from and where it's going, and I think the audience really enjoys it too, because they're hearing little tidbits about their favorite game. And that was the 80th crown.
And all of the devs that have been really nice, delightful people as well, into the bargain.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, Oliver, I can take him or leave him, but you know.
Technically, he's not a developer, so.
Oh, he's one of us, though.
Absolutely.
One of the family.
I mean, he's got a skin coming tomorrow.
He has. Everyone can be Oliver tomorrow. I'm so sad that got leaked.
Yeah.
Was it leaked just that there's going to be, like, the actual image of it's not leaked, has it? Or is it just the existence of it? Oh, what a bummer.
It has. We had this whole thing where
do you want to explain for context for the audience who might not understand what we're talking about?
Okay, so Oliver is our community manager, and he's brilliant, and has done a really great job of getting the game out to the community and also feeding back from the community to us. So as a reward for all his good work, the artists made a costume of him just for fun. Then we, the designers who were in charge of putting stuff in the shop, which includes myself, found out about it, and we're like, well, we're obviously putting it in the shop, right? We're not just going to give it to Oliver. We want everyone to be Oliver. But then, of course, we have loads of internal planning documents and things and boring spreadsheets. We were like, he's going to find out. So we've just called it the Poet. So it's ID in all the game is just Poet. And then we managed to hide it from him. And he then started going, I need concept art for Twitter. So then the artist made a fake poet outfit to say it was like a Hamlet type thing, which actually looks cool. So we might add that in the future.
Made sense with the medieval theme.
Yeah, exactly. And so we managed to hide it from him. And then, of course, we launched yesterday, and the data miners have got the image of the thing and put it on Twitter. But he's over the moon about it. He's over the moon about it. But if they could have held off one more day, one more day.
Is it going to be a 10 crown jobby for top and bottom?
It's crowns, but it's not an expensive one. I think it's one of the like the monkey and the horse and stuff.
You want as many people to have it.
So he's on the same level as a monkey and a horse, basically. Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
He's not a horse monkey.
The horse monkey.
I just think data mining is like sharing Christmas presents and telling people.
Yeah.
What to do for
I
Christmas.
quite agree.
Yeah, people enjoy it, but it's a shame on that particular thing. It would have been nice to hold off one more day. But anyway.
And is that debuting tomorrow?
Should be tomorrow, yeah.
I've heard it's Saturday's costume, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
It's really good as well. Like, it looks fantastic.
You mentioned before that those things are not easy to make and they're expensive. Like how much of the overall effort is in making sure that the store is always stocked with interesting new things? Because you do seem to have done a good job of keeping those in good supply.
It's not necessarily difficult in the fact that it's tricky, but obviously a lot of work goes into all the costumes because they're all so detailed. So we have a team of really talented concept artists that are just churning out amazing ideas all the time, and then we have teams and outsourced teams who are making all the costumes, all to really high quality as well. They always have been from the first ones, I think. Peps, what was the first costume you remember being added, Peps?
Oh gosh, it's so long ago now.
Yeah, long time.
I think it was the pigeon or the dove. Yeah. One of those. It's one of the classic early ones.
Do you have any personal favorites?
Oh, the wolf, of course. The wolf.
Yes.
As well.
The wolf became synonymous early on with griefing.
Yeah, and then pigeon
that was
very
amazing.
close after that.
Grabby wolves. I love
the grabby wolves. Like I said before, not all grievers are wolves, but all wolves are grievers.
Yeah,
absolutely. When I think the wolf got added just as I joined the project. And I think I cried a little bit at how cute it was.
How do you feel that it took such a negative...
Oh, great. It's fantastic.
Oh,
it was like that was a sign that the Fall Guys was going to be big when there was this these silly memes about individual costumes. Like, okay.
Yeah.
People are...
Exactly.
It's funny how certain costumes have become associated with certain types of behavior. Like I've said before, I don't trust ninjas. I don't trust monkeys. I mean, that's also true in real life, but... I
don't trust any of the animal skins.
No.
Dinosaurs can go either way, but if you're a monkey or if you're a horse, toucan, any of the birds.
Yeah, any of the birds. Birds tend to be very grabby.
I don't trust you. They're sneaky.
Yeah.
I 100% trust the fries.
Oh, French fries are like, yes. I would take a bullet for a French fry.
I think all the fast food items generally tend to be quite friendly.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because those players have paid extra money.
You think that might be it?
Yeah, something about
maybe.
it. It's
Nice.
like, look, there's a French fry wearing a Duchess outfit, a Duchess skirt, and I'm like, you know what? I trust you. I want to be your friend.
Oh yeah, the French fries with the skirt. That's a cute combo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm glad we've got more skirts added in the costumes for this season because it was a bit sad before. Your only choice was to have the bottom half of a burger bun as a skirt. Yeah. So now there's more skirts now, which is good.
Thank you.
What would you, if you could wave a magic wand and just unilaterally decide what the next big costume added to the game would be? What would you cash in that chip with?
One thing I really want to see, and I don't know, we've discussed how we could make this work, is how could we get in a costume which is basically a wheelchair? So like, to really, for like disabled users, or just, is there a way we could make that work that wouldn't involve like extra animations and just?
I think that would be great.
We
have a friend, Stephen Spawn, who's a severely disabled gamer who loves this game. And I know like he would really appreciate that. And I know that he's been playing this. He was playing it last night with a particular eye on the accessibility changes that you had made. It's
right.
I'm glad that the developers are paying more attention to that stuff.
I was going to say, actually, if you need someone to consult with on accessibility options, Steve would be your person.
He would be the guy, yeah.
Yes. He's the COO of Able Gamers and a fantastic person. And
we are... Sorry.
No, I'm just... He's communicated with me his concerns about accessibility with this game and how he's kind of got around it. And I'm sure if there was an option to help out, he would be interested.
We were playing with
Some
him
of the-
last night, and he was talking us through the custom rig that he uses to play, and it's incredible what he's done with that equipment to be able to play.
The hat, right?
Yes.
It's the hat, which
Yeah.
a laser
And the
pointing
mouse.
hat, and a mouse that sets a 16,000 DPI.
Yeah.
The way that he explained
Wow.
it to me was to go basically to move the mouse cursor from one corner of the screen to the other is less than 1/10 of an inch. That's
wow.
how sensitive it is.
And
Yeah.
then he has a 32-point hat. So he moves his head to control and like goes forward to jump and stuff like that. And it's nuts. Watching him win his first crown on Fall
Oh,
Mountain,
yeah.
Amazing.
I nearly
Yeah.
started crying.
Yeah.
I screamed
Wow.
and I was just like
Wow.
so happy for him.
Yeah, and he's won more since too.
Oh yeah, he's
That's amazing.
a ridiculously good gamer.
He's really really good, and
I played Fortnite with him recently, and he was just, oh, I'm not even in this. What am I doing?
is anyone left?
Oh, wait, I'm not.
I'm still in.
Okay.
You're in
Which number are you again? That's fine. That's fine. You.
the box.
Oh, you're the
I
boxer.
am
That's right.
2-1-2-2.
2-1-2-2.
Yellow team.
That's
Oh
fine.
no, yellow team.
Oh, yellow team.
Last
There
one
you go.
left.
Got you.
Fall Halla.
Oh, well.
I love it.
But yeah, I played Fortnite with him recently, and he was just like cranking kills out. He's nuts.
That laser pointing hat that he uses, he was explaining to me, is actually a head tracking thing for use in flight simulators, but he repurposed it.
Yeah.
Wow,
Brilliant.
that's crazy. Oh,
So this is, this is one of the simplest games in Fall Guys, but I'm always happy to see this come up. I just enjoy the simplicity of it.
This is definitely a divisive one, though. I know some people struggle a lot.
Ah.
Okay,
It's
do
one
you
of my
like you like this
Speaking
one?
of- Pep just got eliminated.
Oh
Oh,
no!
Peps.
sorry, I'm still coming to terms with
Are
that.
we all done? Are we all
Yeah.
out? Okay,
Yeah,
back to
we're
the
all done.
lobby. Back to the
Oh,
lobby.
jeez.
That one kind of changed. I mean, it's so simple, right? I mean, how much iteration could that one have gone through? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
A surprising amount, actually. Yeah, like the core concept of, well, four guys working together to push a giant boulder or ball. There was a lot of iteration in like the got it ready up here.
Peps, yeah, you go.
In the width of the channels and how open the level would be. Initially, I think the level was more open at the start, but then it just became the griefing, like where other team members would
Right.
try and block the ball,
Connection error.
like straight away. We didn't want that to happen. Like, oh,
I'm going to re-invite you. The team
it's
has.
you, Gary.
It was me.
I
Oh,
see,
would someone
I
like
see
to re-invite me?
and Ben and Peps on my screen.
I see
but
only
I don't
me.
see you.
Would you like to
Yeah.
invite me?
Yeah. Let me invite you. There you go.
Thank you. Yeah, so you were saying with rock and roll.
yeah. So yeah, initially the level was a lot more open at the start, but then the griefing that you get in the second half of the level. Why is my controller? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so the griefing that you get in like the second half of the level when you get out of the channels, that was happening at the start, and it just prolonged the level for too long. It just meant it was just a constant grief fest. So we wanted that initial section of
The
just pure
separated channels.
cooperation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it did. That level actually underwent a fair amount of iteration.
And that is one where the variants do make a big difference. Those hammers and columns can really change things once you get into the communal area at the bottom there.
100% change the outcome.
For sure, yeah, it really does. Like Kate was saying before, like people who got used to reading the levels in a certain way have to kind of mentally readjust.
Absolutely. It's like retraining yourself.
I think that remix was great. No one expected that, and I think it did a great job. Kind of again, just when you think you've got it figured out, you've got to relearn a bunch of stuff.
I've also just got word from Twitter that Mediatonic is looking to have a harsh chat with Ben and Peps after the show for
Uh-oh.
for,
For the synaptic law.
yes.
The thing is, right, the thing with the law, the rule number one is that it's the blunderdome. That's not going to change. And number
Right.
two is that the law always changes. So, you know.
There you go.
I can't just follow the party line. I've got to speak my own mind. I can't do it.
I also want to point out that Fall Guys game actually did jump in on that thread as well, commending both of you for paying me my $5,000
Wow.
and
Yeah,
agreeing
well,
to do that. So.
I've just asked them if they could lend me $5,000 or pounds. Actually, I'm going to skim a bit.
Ben, why are you tweeting? You should be focusing on winning.
Because I was out and I was waiting for you.
Fair enough.
Oh, this is not good.
Has there been a level
Oh,
that
no.
hasn't popped yet in this session?
Yes.
What haven't
We
we
haven't
seen?
seen Four Ball. We haven't seen
We
Four
haven't-
Ball.
We haven't seen Four Ball,
Yeah,
my
we haven't
favorite.
seen Football.
We haven't seen Hoarders.
We haven't seen Team Tail
Oh, no,
Tag.
no.
Yeah, and we haven't seen
We haven't
Hoarders.
seen Hoarders.
Mm.
Wall
I love
Guys.
Wall Guys
Wall
is
Guys.
true. We
Yeah,
haven't
we
seen.
it.
Yeah,
One
I
of
would have
my
loved to have played Ball
favorite-
Guys. That's...
One of my favorite new levels. Wall Guys.
Actually, didn't we get all of the medieval ones in our first episode, and then we've not seen any of them again?
We got everything except Wall
Oh.
Guys.
Match game.
Oh
Ah,
yeah,
yes.
I can't say I'm too sorry about that.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
I don't mind
I'm trying
it.
to think of what else.
I think that's
Royal
it.
Fumble. Obviously,
Royal Fumble, yeah, because that's a rare
which
thing.
I'm fine with that.
I stole Kate's tail in
Whoopsie
a
daisy.
last second of a Royal Fumble once.
Oh,
and still
Oh,
not.
here you go. It's because you're bad.
Oh,
mouth
there you go.
it. Here it
Yeah,
is.
yeah. We some. Hey,
I
I
don't
heard you.
mind this one.
Hey, I heard you guys were
appreciate-
talking shit about me.
appreciate Joe's pressing that button. I appreciate that you added a fourth screen. Finally.
Do you have a? Do either of you have like a mnemonic or a memorization technique that you use for this?
I just loudly. I think a lot of people do this, but I just loudly repeat the pattern or like the
So-
list.
Super
the list of
helpful for
phrases.
everyone else in the chat.
How do you feel if I say cranberry clementine?
Stop. That blows my mind. Oh god.
Oh, just you wait.
Where do you
That's-
all fall on the apple mango debate?
Oh, it's a tomato.
It's an apple.
What?
Okay. All right.
See, look, tomato, clementine, dragon fruit,
Okay, yeah, sure.
cranberry,
Plantain.
plantain. Yep, blueberry.
No.
Not
stop.
helping. All right, I got it.
Tomato.
It's a maple. It's a maple. It's a
Honestly,
crossbreed.
when people are doing the math out loud in chat, it's not helpful. It's like just keep doing it in your head for God's sake. Okay, here we go. Okay, so great, cherry.
You're doing it right now.
I know. I'm being annoying. I'm deliberately being annoying.
It's a
Plantain.
mandarin, by the way. It's not. It's a mandarin. It's not. Oh no! I've forgotten everything.
Right, so far, all three. Well, I say this will be it now. All three of them have been on the square I've already been on.
I just wasn't
No,
close enough.
Kate!
I was running to the tile and I wasn't close
No,
enough.
what happened?
I just wasn't close enough to the tile. I was going to the right one, but I
And you
just
got
fell
you got
through.
shoved around a little bit as well on your way there.
I did. That's fine.
That's sad. Happens to as we've just seen. It happens to the best of us.
It does. I am in fact the best of us.
You're certainly the best of this four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple crowns. No one else has got even one yet.
It's shameful.
True.
Not a good look for the devs.
Well, then I'm gonna
not
step
no.
AFK for just a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay. Jump club.
I feel good about this. I think my crown is coming.
Do you guys either of you get grabby on these? Because this is another good opportunity to help people on their way if you choose to go that way.
Every time I've tried, it backfires. So I just stopped doing
I think it's a good technique if you know how to do it. But yeah, if you don't know how to do it, you can kind of mess yourself up, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like being evil, but sometimes it's not easy.
I like it when someone does it to me and then it backfires on them, like they try to grab me at the end of slime climb and then they get hit by the pendulum and I'm fine. I love that.
What are some of the other games that you two have worked on?
Oh, I made a bunch of Mr. Bean games.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I made a game called, it's still on the app stores, a game called Mr. Bean Sandwich Stack, where you have to stack a sandwich of Mr.
Like an
What?
officially licensed Mr. Bean
Yeah,
game?
absolutely.
I have I sprinted back to my computer when I heard that.
Yeah.
And of course, eerily prescient.
Yeah, well. Yeah,
Because we're all Mr. Beans now.
We're all Mr. Beans now, so there you go. And we also did Mr. Bean, what was it called? Risky Ropes, where he was abseiling because we managed to get that past the official team too.
I didn't even know that there were Mr. Bean games.
No, exactly. So Fall Guys is the only thing I've worked on that anyone knows about.
Is anyone still in this?
Sure,
Oh
I am.
yeah,
I
Peps
am.
is still in. Sorry.
I'm in. And me, Kate.
I didn't even see you. Yes. Okay.
I know you don't see me.
I was
It's all right. I'm here,
cycling
though.
through and it wouldn't spectate any of you.
Now there's a version of my headcanon where this is all taking place inside the mind of Mr. Bean. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Ah, there we go.
This is
the
what-
law again.
I'm thrilled by everything that I'm learning today.
It's a lot. It's a lot to process.
It's a lot. Yes.
Can
How
I blow your
do you
mind?
approach making a Mr. Bean game?
I can't talk too much about it. Well, to be honest, actually, they were a really good team to work with. So we've just pitched them all kinds of crazy things.
When you
And
say a
obviously
team,
it's-
is there like a team Mr. Bean?
Oh yeah, there's the brand holders for the Mr. Bean franchise.
And does
As
Rowan
there is-
Atkinson
as
have
there is-
any input at all, or
I believe he, of course, does, but I never got to meet him himself in person. But we pitched them all kinds of crazy things. So they ended up, we got to do a sandwich game and an abseiling game, which includes him like abseiling on the moon and things. So they were fun people.
But is it like
Isn't
dealing
it's
with like
fun.
any IP holders where they have all their brand values? Like, well, Mr. Bean would do this, but he wouldn't do that sort of thing.
Yeah, he wouldn't go skiing, but he would go abseiling.
Okay.
Can't wait to stream this game.
Okay, I think you found your next game to stream.
I have to. Oh my god. Someone in my chat just
We're
said,
in-
I am now currently downloading 3 Mr. Bean
We're out.
games.
We're in trouble.
They're good. They're mobile games, but they are fun. I mean, I'll say that because I
Oh.
made them, but yeah, they're good.
Oh my god. Well, I
That's-
figured you would have been like, oh yeah, you know, this little thing or like this game, or I wasn't expecting Mr. Bean.
No one expects Mr. Bean.
No, it's like the Spanish Inquisition.
That's amazing. I actually introduced my kid to Mr. Bean recently, and she loves him. She thinks he's hilarious.
It's really popular around the world. I mean, the animated series in particular.
I mean, the fact that there's no dialogue, I think, made it able to be popular around the world.
Very
Anybody
accessible.
could watch it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm accidentally stuck in the loading screen.
No worries.
Oh, did everybody? Oh, we did.
So was that Anthony or Ben who was speaking? Said they did the Mr. Bean games.
That was Ben. Although I think Peps also.
Don't spoil
made
it.
Peps.
So
Peps.
this is crazy. This is crazy. So I've worked on
How can you? I don't know how you top that, but come on.
So I've worked on loads of games, and I could list them. But the most important thing is I too have worked on a Mr. Bean game.
What?
Totally unbeknownst to Ben. Like
Wait,
I didn't know
seriously?
that.
Mr. Bean Special Delivery, where he is operating a delivery service and he delivers packages in his car, on a bike. Yeah, you can download it on the App Store. I think it's still there.
So you both completely independently, unbeknownst to each other, worked on Mr. Bean games, and then ended up working on Fall Guys together.
Yeah, it's one of those mysteries, crazy mysteries.
things.
I feel like there's got to be some kind of like karmic intervention there or something. Like it's like meant to be,
That's
So,
meant to be.
So Mr. Bean skin and Fall Guys when?
Oh,
now.
ASAP.
there you go. First officially
See,
licensed
listen.
skin.
I'm so good at my job that I don't even have yet. Mediatonic.
She's doing the business management. She's doing level name design. She's doing it all.
I'm very good at my job.
Quadruple threat.
But that would be a seller. Like Portal skins, whatever. Give me Mr. Bean.
Were they popular, these Mr. Bean games?
The one I worked on was not popular at all.
They were popular with
I've
their
worked on a lot
fans,
more
I
popular
think.
games than that.
Yeah,
You're about to have a huge resurgence of downloads.
yeah. Well, our old companies will be very happy.
I mean, that is crazy.
It's quite funny.
I
You've
could-
worked on lots of stuff, though, right, Peps?
Sorry?
You've worked on lots more stuff than I have, I think.
Yeah. Well, I've worked on like the Lego Star Wars
wow.
early
Oh, I
Lego
love
Star
those
Wars
games.
games. And there was another like Stealth Bastard, which was like a hardcore platformer.
Stealth bastard.
It's like stealth and platforming, but rock hard. And we called it
Okay.
Stealth Bastard.
Okay.
Yeah. Driver, San Francisco.
Oh, I enjoyed that game. I used to play a lot of that.
Yeah, that was good fun. But yeah, a bunch of games. I've been in the industry for a good amount of time, but nothing has compared to the success of Fall Guys. That's been like nothing.
Wow.
I don't know. Don't write off those Mr. Bean games.
You know, Among Us is just seeing its big resurgence of players 2 years later. So I don't know when these Mr. Bean games came out.
I mean,
like,
it's just waiting for its
and
moment.
You just have to wait.
You just need Ninja or Lupo to discover these games. Sandwich Stack.
I want to see Twitch Rivals.
Are these on iPhone? I gotta go find them.
It should be. I assume they're still there. They should be there.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Mr.
try
Bean.
Okay, I think you should do a
delivery.
stream where you play all these Mr. Bean games.
I'm going to download right now.
Mr. Bean Special Delivery has 4.5 stars
There you go.
rating. So
I'm trying to
more than I
unlock my phone and play Rollout at the same time.
Oh my god.
That's some serious multitasking.
Well, my apps are also locked right now because I'm not supposed to be able to use them.
Wait, what?
I lock my apps during the day so I don't use social media.
Oh, just to like kind of
that's a great idea.
give yourself some discipline.
I give myself an hour in the morning and then 2 hours at night.
Oh wow! Like you have your own parental controls. I love that.
I need to do that.
Yeah, it's.
That-
Oh, I can't even see where I'm going. We're good.
A lot of screenwriters that I know, and writers of different things, use various different kinds of programs. There's one called Freedom that basically puts their internet connection behind a time lock for a certain amount of time of the day, so they can't get distracted.
That's a good idea, I think.
I'm the worst at
Processing
it.
a payment. Did I just pay for a Mr. Bean game?
You just bought a Mr. Bean game.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well,
I don't know if I'll get any money from that, but
I mean, that's very on brand. Like the very first thing you did was very Mr. Bean-esque. Like you just bought the game accidentally without even realizing you'd done it.
Can I also just say I'm playing Rollout with one hand and my phone in the other one?
there are loads of fake ones.
now you're
as
just
well,
showing off.
Which
Yeah,
is
don't get fooled by those
Don't-
knockoff Mr. Bean games.
Yeah.
I just got special delivery.
There you
Yes,
go.
that's my one. You're gonna
Okay.
love it.
And what were the other two? Sandwich
It's on
Stack.
a time lock right now. I can't even
Sandwich
open it.
Stack and Risky Ropes, which are both free, or they should be.
And so, you're making sandwiches in Sandwich Stack? I'm guessing.
Sandwich Stack is really simple. You just move him left and right, and pieces of a sandwich fall down from the top, and you just stack them like a Scooby sandwich as high as you can go, and then it always falls over in the end, of course, because it's Mr. Bean.
And
it's
Risky
just
Ropes was what was that?
abseiling. So
Abseiling, right?
Yeah, so you just tap and he jumps off the cliff, and then you let go and he jumps back to the cliff, and then there's like an underwater level and a moon level and new hats to collect and all the things you'd expect from a free mobile game. It's
It's
great.
amazing.
There you go.
What is that? Is that the sound of a Mr. Bean game that I'm hearing?
Yeah.
Oh, that's.
Kay's just given up on Fall Guys and is playing fucking sandwich stacking games now.
No, look, it's Hoopsy Heroes.
Hoopsy Heroes, yay!
God, the name of this level is so good.
It does roll off the tongue better than
is.
Hoopsy Legends. I got to give you credit.
It
What's
do.
Hoopsy Legends?
Yeah,
I've
Hoopsy
never heard of
Legends
it.
was that was the prototype name for this before a better one came along.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, Gary.
No, I'm
Right,
getting
it's
it, I'm
got
getting
one
it.
golden hoop.
Get up.
One golden hoop.
No!
Did you make that jump? What the?
Fuck you. I just want this one hoop. Fuck off, you stupid ninja. Oh, I get so annoyed at these ninjas. Oh, I really want that gold hoop. I'm never going to get it though. It's too high.
You will get it.
No, it's too high. They've deliberately made it too high. I'm never going to get it.
Which one? That one.
They
There's
have deliberately made it too high.
Who's they?
Yeah,
They, the bastards. Whoever the
Smooth.
bastards are responsible for this
Oh,
level.
I'm responsible. But
I was
mean,
gonna
That's
say it's
done.
them.
Oh, they know. I know. And I want to make sure that they know I know. Oh, there's another gold one. Yeah. Oh god, I cannot get
Oh, look
these
at these
gold
fools
hoops.
trying to get.
I just feel like a total dope. This is definitely a good game to make you feel like a total dope. Look at this.
Come on.
Oh my god, I'm never gonna get a hoop. This is the one that the new one that I'm by far the worst at so far.
Oh, for God's sake!
This
Someone
one
just
will
has
be
to push
keeping.
this.
This one will be keeping an eye on as well, because as I said, it's our first solo points round, which is unique. So
Yeah.
it's obviously got a lot of different things.
Oh,
so
that's a good point.
So we'll be keeping an eye on what people say and what they like and don't like.
Oh
And
no!
Get up there,
Go
Gary.
from there.
Oh my god, I cannot get a. I cannot
Come
get a. So this is just out of the gate. Obviously, this is new. People are playing it for the first time. Is there anything already that you're kind of thinking that you would want to tweak, having seen, in the wild for the first time and players' first real exposure to it?
I don't know. I think I want to play it a few more times myself, if you know what I mean. With full,
Did you
full
get it?
player count.
I did.
Good job.
I'm not qualifying unless I get a gold. Oh, there's a gold over here. Please let me have that gold.
Never felt so alive.
Oh my god, I just qualified on a gold. Thank you so much. Whoever designed this level's a genius.
Yes, Steve.
Well done, Ben. Soak it up, Ben.
I actually do really
Yay!
like this level. I think it's really fun.
It is fun. I like it a lot. It's good.
Hoopsie Daisy was one of my favorite team games. And so when I saw this, I was like, oh, it's just Hoopsie Daisy. And I had to have it explained that, no, it's individual. I did not qualify my first time playing it.
Probably one of the things is that it goes on a little too long, but at the same time, if you put too many hoops in, then it will be over too quickly. So obviously
Yeah.
that's just part of the balancing. But we, as all games do, collect data on how long it takes on average for rounds to end and stuff like that. So once it's been through the mill a little bit, we'll know better the kind of adjustments we'll make to all the new rounds.
Right.
I love how completely unwilling people are to move objects in that round too, because all of us were just standing there with this gold one on this little ramp, and all it took was just one person moving it. But you knew if you moved it, then somebody else would get it.
Yeah.
That's
So
the
no one
thing.
was doing it.
Nobody
It's
wants to do
humanity.
it. Nobody wants to be
Humanity.
the sucker who tees up someone else.
No.
Yeah. No one
I
wants to
just
be the
left.
good guy.
All right. Okay. Another. Here you go.
We
All
all
right.
through.
Little egg siege action.
Are we all
Yeah.
on red?
Yep.
We're all red.
My
Let's do
egg
this.
scramble
God.
strat on the normal round is to just throw a bunch of eggs back.
Yeah.
But this one makes
that's
it
high
a
level.
bit tricky. You say that's high level?
Yeah,
That's a-
yeah,
that's a pro strat.
That's a pro egg scramble strat to kind of create a production line where you don't have to get it to the nest.
Yeah,
just
it's like a
jump towards
relay
it.
race.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Go red. Go red. Oh, I'm running defense for my gold egg carrier there, blocking him.
Nice.
I will say on night, what's it called? The
Night Fever?
yeah, that one. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to grab you, Gary.
okay.
Watching people not understand how drawbridges work is my favorite thing ever.
Is it the new Seesaws?
It's something like that, where they'll stand there and they'll try to run and jump, even though they obviously can't, and then not understand that they're timed very normally.
We're going to struggle here because blue's about to get a gold. I'm going to try and get it out of there.
I just stole a gold from yellow,
Nice.
and now
nice.
Okay.
all of
Here,
yellow
I'm
are
gonna
chasing
grab.
me.
I'm grabbing yellow.
Gotta get the... Ah,
Oh,
I really need this gold egg. Come on.
oh,
get away.
I got it. I got it. I got it.
Go, 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 go.
You need to grab yellow.
I'm trying. Oh no.
Oh no!
Trying to get out of here. I'm out. I'm almost out. Let me out.
Oh
No.
heck,
No, he won't let me over the wall.
We might be
yellow.
done for
No!
here.
Oh, it's out. God.
Ah.
Oh, wait, I
we
just got
are in
taken
big
from
trouble
me.
right
Oh,
now.
no.
We're getting knocked out.
Oh, it's because nobody's at our nest playing D, so Blue is just emptying us out.
There it is. It's all about the D.
Like you said, we touched on it earlier.
It is
Yeah.
all about the D.
Got it. It's all about the D.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh.
we've learned
Oh, well.
a valid lesson.
We
Lesson.
did. We
All
didn't
right.
defend the
I think
castle.
we have time for maybe one more.
I was gonna say, why don't we do one more, and
Sure.
hope that we can get. Oh, let's exit so we don't get stuck.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
No wall. No wall nuttiness.
Yeah, no, that's a shame. Hopefully
We
we'll get
have
it this
one
time.
more chance.
Well, we have one more.
This is it.
Go.
Well, guys,
can you
yeah.
have Joe press the wall button for us?
Joe
Yeah.
Walsh.
Joe, if you're listening, it's time.
Yeah.
We need wall
Plug the
guys.
wire in that fires off the wall guys.
What round is wall guys generally on?
It will be 3 or 4. More likely. Oh no, actually 3 or 4. Pretty even chance, I think.
And I know we kind of touched on this earlier, but when we were talking about how levels spawn, some people have kind of come up with ideas that it's every hour new levels come into play, and then like based on the time of day where they are, that's why certain levels will spawn. Is there any truth to that, or is it actually just completely random on their end, on your end rather?
Funny they mentioned that, because no, there isn't anything. But one of the things we do have is obviously like there's nothing to say. So for example, you could have Dizzy Heights be your first round 10 times in a row, right? Because there's not anything that looks at what you do. Because if we did that, because there's so many people, it would just average itself out and it wouldn't work. And I've been trying to think of ways to help that. And one of the things I was pondering with was whether doing something on a timer would help spread things out, and discussed it with one of the developers for about an hour. And then we got to the end of the discussion and went, I don't know if that would help or not. So if anyone really smart in the chat thinks that would help, shout really loudly about it, and then maybe we actually consider it.
I'm just trying to think of the people who maybe only have time to play after work. Or for example, I only stream during certain times, which would be 12 to 6, which means I would only see those rounds that would happen between 12 and 6.
Yeah,
so we just wouldn't see other things.
Yeah, I think it would be on a smaller refresh rate than an hour, but on what I was thinking. But also the thing I'm talking about is a completely untested and untalked about system that was just on the top of my head. It was just interesting that they thought that we had that already. No, it doesn't do anything as fancy as that.
I mean, the only real prediction that you can do as a player is seeing if something's the remaining player base is divisible by 2 or 3. Then there's a chance of a team game.
I don't mean that though. I just mean like certain levels you just won't see for hours at a time, even though there's 29 levels now.
Yeah,
we're not seeing. We've been playing for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and we still haven't seen like 5 levels
it's just
or something.
chance.
I think that's just that's all factored into the randomization of it.
Your rules of thumb basically are how many people are there. So certain rounds are certain sizes. So you probably figure out what rounds are valid for certain round counts, and then whether it's divisible by 3, usually for the team games, or 2 if it's going to be 4-ball. Are your kind of rules of thumb, and then there's a bunch of other stuff behind the scenes that tries to balance it out, but otherwise it's random.
And do we have any updates on team spectating and also party indicators? Because I know Gary and I both would love to see a kind of, maybe on the left-hand side of the screen, here's your party. Oh, they got eliminated. Their name gets grayed out or something, instead of having to be like, oh, who's in? Are you still in? Are you still in?
That's a good one.
Interesting. Have we discussed that stuff in the past, Peps? So maybe we tried to keep the UI clean. But...
Yeah, we've definitely discussed it. It's another one of those things that's on a list somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, a little roster on the side would be great, so you're not always kind of checking in on who's still in and out.
Yeah.
Horde has finally popped. One of the things that we said we could play.
Yeah, there you go.
See, it was meant. That was Joe. He did it.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Thanks, Joe. Pressing the buttons.
Cheers. I think that's one of the team spectating when you get eliminated, spectating your squad, and also just an indicator of who's still in, I think are both like big requests that I've seen from a lot of the community.
Spectating is definitely something we're looking at. I thought we were adding it to season 2, but it seems we haven't, so they must have
I thought it was
gone wrong.
I thought it was in at some point too, and then suddenly it was no longer, so I'm assuming it broke something else.
Yeah, so I suggest that it's imminent. I'm not quite sure why it's not there, but
yeah. But what was the other thing was like displaying your party members in the UI on the side? Is that what you were?
Yeah, just having like a little roster, little thumbnails or whatever, so you can see if someone's still in, or if they've qualified, or if they're eliminated.
Even if it's just an icon of that your party's, head of the skin that they're in or something, and then it gets grayed out if they get eliminated. Because so many times, at the end of the round, you're on that qualified screen when all the beans pop out. All of us are always like, wait, are you still in? Who qualified? Do we need to leave? But if you see with a visual indicator that everyone is, in or out,
nice.
It would be a lot easier.
We had talked about a few quality of life improvements on the qualification screen for indicating people a little bit better and easier, so that it'd be quicker to see party members or on other things as well. I think, as Pep says, it's just on a list of things. But,
quite likely you have more pressing.
I mean, auto spectate was actually in the patch notes at one point, right? And it got pushed.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I'm doing
yeah.
this voice, because I thought we'd done it. But we clearly haven't.
All right, here we go. Time for me to get knocked out at 0.01 seconds.
Just believe in
My
yourself.
favorite.
Is that what you just
You just gotta believe. Gotta believe.
just believe that you'll die? And
Hey,
then
I
you
know.
go.
I gotta believe.
All
All right, okay. Come on, wizard. Do
The
some
B
magic.
in block party stands for believe. There you go.
Oh,
There you
there
go. Let's do this. Let's do this.
I'm still sad that I'm not playing as a witch today, but
Well, you've got something to look forward to for Halloween.
just realized how many of these people are very grief heavy right now. And
Yeah,
I feel
very
like we're,
grabby.
I feel like we're in a rivals lobby right now.
I feel like there's a good chance that has happened and is happening.
Let's beat him then. Come on.
Oh, I didn't get to show up. I have. When we go back to the main screen, I have one outfit to quickly show you before we take off. Yeah, this definitely feels like a rivals lobby. I'm getting
Yes.
pushed so
There's
much.
a lot of grabbies. Grabby,
But what
grabby.
these rivals don't know is that they're playing with the designer of block party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If only they knew what they were getting themselves into. How dare you
Push
grab the
button,
designer?
Peps.
See, I know what Grand Pooh Bear's team wears for tournaments, and I'm not seeing it in here, but it doesn't mean there isn't one of the other teams.
I love that the teams have their little outfits. I'd never considered that people would do that. But of course, they would do
Yeah.
that.
They made a special Twitch streamer skin, didn't they, for some
Yeah,
Rivals
yeah.
competitors?
Yes, they did.
And
yes.
I can't wear it because I end up getting griefed.
Oh, does it make you put a target on your
A
back?
target, yeah.
Yeah.
People are
Oh.
like, "Oh, this person must be streaming. I have to show off." And grief them.
Oh, I never thought about that. Yeah, it's a good point.
It's a nice skin to have. I love it. It's like the rarest.
It
skin
is
in
a
the
cool
game.
skin, yeah. Come on, Gary. Oh god,
I'm-
oh god,
I'm-
oh god,
might
oh
be
god,
done
oh
here.
god, oh
I'm
god,
done
oh
here.
god.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
Always stand at the front.
What did I just
I tried.
fucking say to you? 0.0001 seconds.
Oh no, I'm
It's-
so
I'm
sorry.
never on the right side of that fractional thing. It's never like, oh, I qualified, even though it looked like it hit the slime. No, eliminated every fucking time. Add that. Get your notepad out. Add that to your fucking list.
All right, I think we've got to win the crown then, haven't we, Peps?
Yeah.
That's
both of
that's
us
all
are
you can
out.
do for me now. That's
You
the only
didn't
way you
believe.
can make good
I
on
told you
this.
to believe. You did not believe.
I'm
I
glad
believed.
This isn't Wall Guys,
I
'cause that would've been
believed.
so sad.
That's true. I would have been gutted.
Are we still in, Ben? Is it me and you,
We
Ben?
are, it's you and me. Still
Let's show them how it's done.
All right, Hoopsy Heroes, let's go.
All right, who am I spectating here?
8669, I think.
I don't know who I'm. Well, I'm 1974.
1974.
Oh,
That's
there you
fine.
go.
Okay, I
I
got you. I got you.
Spectating the wrong Duchess.
Come on, Fairy Unicorn, let's go.
Go for a unicorn. So I apologize if we keep getting mixed up, but am I spectating Hoopsy Heroes designer right now, or the non-Hoopsy Heroes designer?
The Duchess is me, Ben,
Duchess.
and is the designer.
Okay, good. All right.
Duchess.
This is a trick. I get to watch.
Ooh.
Oh, gold!
And you're done.
Oh, I'm done.
I'm
Wow,
feeling
what the-
And then
like
Peps-
there is a gold hoop button on his desk.
Yeah.
Peps is the white bean with the pink flames and the
I
gold
just-
boxer.
Got it. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, there's only 8 spots available.
Oh,
Yeah.
get it.
Come on, Peps.
He's,
Two more.
he's close. 2 more.
Yeah.
2 more points.
There's only 4 more
Come on.
spots.
oh, fuck.
It's such a treat to hear the designers themselves go through all the same emotional abuse that we go through when we play this.
It makes me feel so much
Yeah.
better.
Come
Okay.
on. Spawn.
See?
Ben,
Come
what
on, you
is it?
stupid game.
Come
Ben,
on, no.
what is going
I don't
on?
know. Over there.
Oh, yes, here we go.
Yeah, go
What's
get
it?
it, get it, get it.
Oh,
Nice.
one more. 2 slots
Oh,
left.
there's only
1
2
more point.
spots.
Get it.
No!
Oh, he got
Get
it.
it.
No.
Come on, you need.
Oh, there's another one.
No!
No.
No! With 1 point to go.
Perhaps I can't
Oh.
believe you didn't make it.
I'm actually in tears.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm
It's
gonna
okay.
get full mountain and lose now.
I didn't
But we
believe-
still have 1 champion remaining.
It's up to you, Ben.
What's it going to
It
be?
is.
8. It could be anything. Right? It's too big for Royal Fumble, but it could be anything else, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
What does
What's
Royal
the-
Fumble max out at?
5?
5. It's 5.
Five.
It's
Jump
5.
showdown.
Here we go. You
Oh,
got
no.
this. You got this.
It's time to finish off the day with a crown.
New improved easy jump showdown.
Yeah,
Let's
just
get it
time the
done.
bars.
Let's time the bars.
Just jump, yeah. But it starts really fast now, right?
It really
It
does. See?
It really,
Yeah.
it really does.
It certainly does.
Don't worry, that's on the notepad. Don't worry.
I'm also unsure if jumping from a crack in the tiles still eats your jump input, and so I'm especially spooked of this
Oh, I-
final.
oh my
Yeah,
god.
that's. I know
Grabbing
that
people
jump
just level up
jump
next to it.
eating is high on Joe's hit list of bugs to fix.
No.
No!
No.
Is it getting grabby?
It's over. No, it's
Ben?
over.
Oh,
Hey,
dude, I was
The
spectating
wrong
the wrong
Duchess.
person. God, I was on the wrong Duchess.
I was watching the wrong Duchess as well.
Oh, I was
Oh,
the only one.
the other
spectating
Duchess, the
correct
other Duchess
person.
is still going strong.
We can pretend this is you.
Yeah,
Let's do that.
Proxy
Oh my god, look
Duchess.
at you go.
go on, me.
There's only 3
on,
others.
I went back to
You're
my
doing
wait
great.
screen. I quit out, but I'm watching
I'll
on
quit out as well.
I'm watching on Kate's.
No, I left.
Okay.
I want to show you my new favorite outfit.
Oh yeah, let's see it.
All right.
Okay, hold on. It'll take a second for me to put it together. Let's do that. Let's do.
I'm not going to watch Kate's stream because I want the surprise when it pops on mine.
I'm sure you do. And there we go. This is called the nipple skin.
Oh, Felicia was
Yeah.
playing with something like this yesterday, but it was even more provocative because it was white with pink nipples.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
I'm just-
pantaloons pattern, I think. Right?
It is. Yeah, I'm
That
just. That was
is
a different color.
risque.
It's a little risque. You
Little
can do this.
wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
There's a bunch of different options for what color nips you might want.
There you go. That's the one. There you go. I like that one. The pink nips.
Wow, that's
But they're on your back as well.
But yeah, they
right?
go all the way around. You got
Yeah.
back nips. You got back
can't-
nipples.
If you look at it straight on, you can't see, so it's fine.
You
Yeah,
got
it's true.
bipples.
From my
Anyway,
view, I can just see the one under the armpits. So it's sort of like a nubbin, I guess.
Look, some people have nubbins. There's nothing
Yeah,
wrong
well.
with that. And on that note,
That was super
Yeah.
fun.
thank you very much, Ben and Peps, for coming on the show.
Seriously, that's some of the most fun I've had doing this show. Thank you so much. You were great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We really loved it.
That was
That
really,
was
really great.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Thanks
and
so
of course
much.
you have us both now on Discord and Steam. Feel free to, if anytime you want to play, come find us.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, I got my notepad Monday morning.
I feel like we just gave you a shitload of homework
Well,
on this
wait.
show.
Yeah,
we
we
still
did a
have-
bit.
Well, if we still have jobs on Monday, we'll see.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Mediatonic does.
Kate's
want
not just
to
going to
do
get.
that.
Kate's not just going to get a job at Mediatonic. She's going to get your job at Mediatonic.
Yeah, probably. I've just seen our CEO Dave go through and like all of the tweets. So
Oh,
we'll see.
no.
I think you're probably good,
Oh no.
Ben. Oh dear.
Well, on that note,
That was fun. That was
Right,
a lot
well,
of fun.
thanks, everyone.
Thank you both.
Thank you
You were
both so
really, really
much.
interesting and fun to play. I learned a lot as well. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Appreciate you being here.
Bye.
thank you. Cheers.
See you
Bye.
next time.
Have a nice weekend.
Bye.
You too.
You as well.
Bye. All right. Let's see here.
There we go.
Okay, we're good. Now we can shit talk them behind their back. No, that was really they were great, right? That was really
That
fun.
was fantastic.
Yeah, I
That was
really
a
enjoyed that.
Really, that was a good episode, and we got some leaks, which I'm excited about.
And I do think we should have the continue the trend. I think we should have Meg and the other Joe come on as well and talk to us about some of their stuff.
Absolutely. I hope that they want to, with all of the notes and homework we have just given the other two, I hope that they are going to want to be on our program.
No, that was
But
great. That was really fun.
I actually think that the developer episodes are some of my favorites
Yes.
because we learn so much about what actually goes into the game. We get to see where it came from, where it's going, and how they feel about it. And the sheer joy I get when the designer of the game has a difficulty playing
Yes.
his own level is wonderful.
I do
It's
get some
so
perverse
happy.
pleasure. It's like it's no better for them. They're all in the same boat.
And I
Um,
definitely think that I should get a job at Mediatonic.
I you know what, we joke around about it, but you would be great. Why not?
Like honestly, I would do that I would do consulting as a side gig because I love this stuff and I'm very detail oriented. So it's just like I don't know, it makes sense for me.
Absolutely. So I'll talk to my contact over there who's been connecting us with the devs to play with, and let's do that. I think we should get Meg and we should get The other
Joseph?
Joe who did Slime Climb, yeah, Joseph. And like I said, they said Meg did Hexagon. I feel like you'd have a really good chat with her.
Absolutely.
All right, that was fun. Are you going to Are you going to continue streaming?
I am.
Okay,
Yes,
I'll raid into your channel. You ready to do end credits?
I am indeed.
All right, so for people in my channel, don't go anywhere. Right after we play end credits, I will raid you into Kate's, and she's going to keep playing.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to go?
Count us in.
I'll count us in. 3, 2, 1.